Who wants extra credit? Who wants to tell us what happened last week? Does anyone?
Oh
Rats.
my god, I remember the last end bit, but I don't. Oh my god.
What was
You
the
just like
beginning?
the
What was the
blood
beginning?
frenzy
Wait,
just
I think I got it. I think I've
okay.
got it. Can I
Okay.
try?
Yes.
Okay, I already have one extra credit, so I'm gonna try again. Okay, so Tom, who had previously been hit by a car and smushed and killed in front of me, woke up inside of the town morgue and realized that he was no longer dead, and then he snuck out of the morgue, and then he came to school. Dressed in like a stupid looking outfit, and then showed up and was like, "Hey Holly, what's up? It's me. I'm here to take photos for the Chilling Squad." And I was like, "You were dead," and he was like, "No, it's fine. I'm good. I'm totally okay. I don't think so." And I was like, "Oh boy, you sure are hardy and must have just been in a coma. Seems good." And then Hannah and Bella were investigating in the library, looking into like fae stuff and werewolf stuff and that kind of thing. And they found a picture of a lady who I think 50 years ago was found by like authorities or whatever. And she was talking about things and saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm from here and my family is this." But the people she was talking about were all from like 100 years ago. And then so at that time when she was found, she was like committed to like an insane asylum and just like left there. And she looks just like a young picture of her looks just like Hannah. And Hannah was like, whoa. And also I think was the lady's surname Thorpe as well. Yeah, so she had the same surname as Mr. Thorpe, who's the guy who's like the fairy king who's being kind of creepy to Hannah. So Hannah and Bella were like, right, let's go investigate. So they went to go to the insane asylum and also ran into me and Tom because I had asked Tom what Emily had asked him to do recently, and he explained that Emily had told him to commit ballot fraud. And then once he filled us in on the whole ballot fraud thing, so we were all there, we all agreed to do our own ballot fraud and basically even it out. So Emily gets no votes and Brad gets no votes, but we're putting in my name and Tom's name and Chad's name and Hannah's name. And so Bella and Hannah went to the insane asylum, and I am a bit fuzzy on what Hannah got out of the lady, other than she totally almost banged the receptionist, which is like the stealthiest move. Love
The
that.
And I
receptionist.
got her number.
The
You got her
receptionist
number.
whose name was Olive.
Yes, her name
Yeah.
was Olive, and she was very
That's
open to
fine.
Hannah just pulling some moves on her.
Don't worry about
Don't even
that.
worry about it. And I think that you gazed into the abyss and you saw like a vision with the lady, and the lady was
Yeah.
talking about how her sister married somebody that she was in love with, I think. And there was like a big party thing, and then the woman just like woke up and was like in the modern time. But was like pretty catatonic and hard to communicate with. And then we went, I think there's nothing between that and then us going to the arcade and filling in the ballots. No, I got asked questions by a detective because Brandon is missing. And the detective was like, boy, howdy. That sure seems weird. A kid went missing. And I was like, yeah, well, he was kind of depressed and probably just sad. And also the detective had asked Cordelia questions because me, Cordelia, and Emma and Marissa were all the last person seen with Brandon because he was around when Tom got hit by the car the previous day. So I got asked questions, totally killed it, totally fine, by the way, and then smashed it. And then we went to the arcade, filled out the ballot stuff, did all the fakey lies, except Bella, who didn't fill out an even amount of Hannah, Holly, and Tom, and Hannah and Chad. She filled out just Hannah and Chad. And the detective came and asked Hannah some questions and asked Bella some questions.
Hannah and Tom. I put
Hannah
Oh, you're
Tom.
Hannah and Tom. Sorry,
Hannah
you put
Tom.
Hannah and Tom. That's my bad. You put Hannah and Tom. And then the detective asked Bella questions and asked Hannah questions, and they both were like, we don't know where Brandon is. We don't know where he would have gone. We have no idea. I don't know. He seemed kind of sad. Yeah. And then we went to the school to go drop off the fakey ballots. And also, me and Bella had a bonding session where we decided to put rats inside Emily's locker because she's a filthy cheater. So Hannah and Tom went to go put the fakey ballots in the box and totally didn't screw it up. And then me and Bella went to put rats inside Emily's locker and succeeded. And then me and Emma and Cordelia and Marissa met up with my ex-boyfriend Brad afterwards. And I was like, bye, Bella, gotta go hang out with my gals. And they went back to my place, and I went into the storm cellar and I tied him up in my basement and I stabbed him. And that's where we're currently at.
That's where we're at now.
I have 2 extra credits. I'm doing so good at school.
Oh my god, you've got like a 4.3 GPA.
Yes.
And you're
I'm going to the best uni in the world.
Oh, that was actually the best recap. I think that like we should just take whatever this whole last episode was off the YouTube and just put that recap on. I think Everyone will be like, weird. Like Harley played all of the parts, and yeah, that's just what happened. I don't know what to tell you. But I feel like we're gonna do a little bit of movie magic here, whereas we had the last session end off with Harley and then I believe Marissa sliding a knife into Brad's guts. But we're gonna hop back in time just a little bit to Hannah, Bella, and Tom at the school after hours. It's like nighttime, it's dark, and Harley and her cheerleader buddies just left. Are you all just gonna go home? Are you continuing to hang out? Like Tom, I just want to remind you that your parent and or parents, I think you said it's just one at your house.
Yeah.
Think you're dead. They don't know that you went to school. They have no idea that you were here. So maybe you're just finishing up and like wiping your hands of all of the ballot tampering, and it enters your mind when you're like, okay, we're done. Like maybe I should go home. You're like, oh.
Just tell my mom about this, about how I'm not dead anymore.
So you three are in the probably just like the central area in front of the school where Tom was once smushed against a hedgehog. What do you do? Are you all gonna just like go your separate ways, or?
Also, where was the ballot box left? I know they smashed it. Did they like fix anything at all?
It was in the office, right? They made it look like we did a roll and they made it look like it had just fallen over.
Okay.
But also they hit it with an axe.
Oh, okay. Should we get rid of the axe? What should we do here?
Well,
What if we put the
put it
axe in? Oh, I was gonna say we could put it in Emily's locker too.
Oh, no,
If you want to suggest that, I mean, I'd do it.
Well, we put the axe back in the
case.
in the case, and
there's no glass in it anymore,
There's-
but it's in the fire alarm case.
it's fine.
It's an unfortunate accident. Yeah, so that's like that had all been handled. The rolls have already been made. So like if you wanted to go back and do something else, you absolutely can. But I'm just like, we're pulling into the scene. It's a new episode. And Tom, Hannah, and Bella, you're all like standing in front of the school. The sun has set and you're in that like weird twilight where the sky is like a purpley with a little bit of orange and like the stars are just starting to come out. And Tom, like you have this realization like, oh, right. My mom doesn't know I'm not dead. And Hannah and Bella, you've spent the whole day together. Are you continuing with that? I just want to like, are you awkwardly being like, okay, bye guys? Or do you have more plans together? Tom, are you going to like try and catch a night bus? Or like Bella has a car?
Do those run or should like, because if they don't, if they're sketchy, I think I would run. I'd be like, Bella, can you take me home?
I could take the gang home.
Do you have
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation, everybody.
Yeah.
In character. Let's go.
Ballots are all set. We're good. We there's no evidence of us even being in there.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Why don't we just get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. I can't. So I don't do any like driving or anything, and I
That
usually just take
sucks.
the bus. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Really is, and I was wondering if you would be nice, help and let me, and maybe
You want me to look up buses for you, or what do you want?
I don't think they were on this late.
You want me to spare you on a taxi and I'll take it back with interest, or
That I don't know how that works.
I'll give you a fucking ride. Shut up.
Thank you. I didn't want to ask, so I'm happy you offered.
Would you also be able to give me? I was meant to be working.
Yeah, no, of course.
And I need to get back.
Yeah, of course.
What? I thought you liked me. You didn't even have a fight. You didn't. I spent like 10 seconds trying to get a ride.
Well,
You just.
Hannah's
jumped at
been
it.
going through a lot. Okay, you don't understand. She's going through a lot right now. You're not going through anything except wiggly limbs. Okay, I'll take you home.
Okay, what's going on with Hannah?
We're menstruating. We're just on our period. Blood. Period. Blood. Pussy. Blood. Just
I don't know if I want to get in the car.
Bella. What? Excuse me?
We're perioding. That's it. That's what we're doing. So we're gonna go home now.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm not. It's not that. It's. Well,
Damn,
should I tell?
No, don't. Why would you want to tell?
What happened?
You know what happened to him?
Yeah, is this really the time to discuss this topic?
I'd love to know.
What do you want to tell him?
Tom,
Yeah.
do you believe in supernatural stuff?
No.
Oh, well,
Hannah, just
maybe we should go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
we
Did you guys see a
just
ghost?
we are thinking about starting a D&D group. It's this whole thing.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, it's stupid. Anyways, let's just get in my car.
Okay.
Okay, so Hannah, you're just gonna be a good friend and allow all these people to get rides from you back to their homes and or workplaces.
Bella, you mean?
Bella, sorry, yeah, I was.
Oh wait, what?
You're just gonna take them all home and then like go home by yourself and do things that the camera doesn't really care about.
I have an idea. What if
Okay.
we drop off Tom, me and
Mm.
Hannah,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we kind of try to creep on him because we're wondering if he's dead or not.
Oh, you could do that.
I'm down.
Okay, yeah, let's
Okay.
creep on Tom.
Cool.
So you go to your car in the parking lot and you all load up. And who's in the back seat?
Probably
Tom.
me. Yeah.
Tom. So Hannah gets the front seat, which you've kept relatively clean, and Tom is in the back with like fast food crinkles and like how old is that milkshake? I don't know, and like all of your school books and some anime cassette tapes, I guess. Have you been to Tom's house before? He's only been at school for a week, right?
I don't think we know even where he lives.
Yeah, where do you live, farm boy?
I'm on the outskirts of town. We got a house just like right out there. So it's kind of a drive, but you already said yes, so it's okay.
Whatever. Just be
Tom's
quiet.
nice, Bella.
He's
Thank you.
Bella!
You're right. You can talk.
Thank you.
You're
He's nice.
just shower when you get home, okay? I know on the farm it's acceptable. But you smell worse than all that fast food back there. Okay.
I thought the mascot suit would hold it all in, but
Oh God. Okay. let's just go to your house. Just tell me where to
Yeah.
go.
Actually, speaking of how Tom smells, can you roll dark for me, Tom?
Oh my god.
I'm
Is he
so excited.
decomposing?
I don't know.
Let's find out. I hope I roll good. Sorry, just loading up. Dark. Oh, I've got a negative in this. No modifiers, just go for it.
Just dark, yeah, no modifiers. Oh, partial success. Okay, you're fine. You smell fine.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, Bella's just being mean. You don't smell
I'm just
any
being
worse.
I'm
than
just
Good,
being a
thank you.
bitch.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Do I get experience for excusing somebody being mean to me?
I feel like you only get the experience if it's with your lover.
Oh, I thought that was
Oh,
a human
every
trait.
time. No, it's every time you forgive someone for hurting you and excuse their base nature, you gain a string on them.
Oh.
Oh.
Do I get a string for
I just called you smelly. That's
Yeah,
I
well, you're
don't
mean
know.
all the time.
That's nothing.
I hope
That's
you're like,
nothing.
I hope the way
I'm
you
giving
excuse
you
her
a
base
fucking
nature
leg.
is you're like, it's not Bella's fault. She's a girl. Girls are just mean.
She said she was menstruating. And
Yeah.
I just learned about
Of course
that.
she's being mean to me. She's menstruating.
Okay, so no, you don't get experience. I don't think
Okay, we're
she's mean
driving.
enough. I don't think
That's
that was.
fair.
Did that actually hurt you? Tom? Did
No,
it
I'm
hurt
too
your
stupid
character
for it
to
to
be
have
called
hurt me.
Snow? Okay. So you're in the back of the car, and Bella, you start heading to Tom's abode. Are you all just like hanging out silently? Hannah, it seemed like you were on the cusp of maybe telling Tom about your secret. Does it like you're all sitting in the car together? Do you have any music on? Like, is it just like crickets? You know?
What if we listen to the radio and like something is said? I don't know. Maybe it's like that news story of Tom dying is playing, or I don't know, something. I want some
Yeah.
spice.
Okay. So you turn on the radio and it's definitely let's see, Groove is in the Heart is on. I looked up, that's the one I choose.
Let's
So
sing
it's just
along.
like, a bop. And Tom, when you're maybe jamming a little bit to the song, like you can feel your like ribs in your chest like moving in ways they oughtn't to. and like you're sitting and you can feel like the similar like your pelvis is weird situation. So you're just like in the back of the car, like in your body, like feeling that your bones are broken.
It might be just the groove, guys, but like I don't know if my ribs should be in my heart too. Like I'm having a lot of there's a lot of I wasn't worried before, but I'm kind of worried now about all the movement within my body.
I think me and
you
Hannah look at each other.
Yeah.
So, like, should we go to a hospital? I just came from one.
Do you feel okay? Does it hurt?
Are you all right?
No, it's fine. But also, like, weird. It's like when you have like a bump on your body and you don't know how you got it. It's like it doesn't hurt, but it's like
Hannah, feel it. Touch him. Feel it.
Touch it.
I'm gonna lean over in the back seat and I'm gonna pat down Tom, I guess.
Yeah. So you're doing the whole like I'm an awkward person, like trying not to grope you while also groping you.
Just gonna remind you that I kill people, Hannah. While you're just touching my man, I kill people.
Right as this is happening.
Right, yeah, sure. Yes,
Process
your
of
visitor's
killing
heart. What else
people.
is inside something, Hannah? You can tell me. Go on.
You're in my heart, Harley, please.
So yeah, Hannah, you can totally feel that like when you touch his like rib cage, it like it moved inward in a way that like a rib cage doesn't really, and like it just feels like you can kind of feel like an extra layer of like squish, which you might assume is like internal bleeding. Just like, yeah, it's bad.
Oh my god. Tom, Bella,
What?
okay. This is not how
Are you
working.
sure? Do
Oh
you
my
even know
God.
how bodies are? Are you sure it's not normal?
Are you a doctor?
Are you asking if I've ever felt
I don't wanna-
else's ribs?
I just don't want to touch him, but I want to know if you're serious, like if it's actually
Okay.
weird.
It is very weird.
It's
Tom,
Touch-
I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna
Okay.
touch you.
You can compare, and
Just-
you will like.
Should I come to the front?
Just stay there, okay?
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with your body?
It's never been like this before, I promise.
Do you
What the
pull
fuck is
over
it?
when you do that, or do you just?
No, I do
You're
it while
one hand.
driving.
I had
do
a
it while-
feeling.
just like I go like this, like, I'm like just.
Eh.
Do you have any weird health problems you didn't tell us about?
Well, I don't really know my family tree much, but like it wasn't like this before.
It wasn't like
woke up
this
in the hospital.
when, like
Before when?
a year ago,
Yes,
or like
the
5
day-
years ago, or like
No, like this week, like the car accident thing.
Yeah,
Bella.
Bella, do you remember what we?
I know. Okay,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
If we go to your house, could we go to your bedroom with you?
Please.
We
I
just need
think I've
I
never
think
had
we just
girls
need
over.
to have a talk.
private thing.
Okay.
We're not gonna do anything to you. Trust me. Neither of us wants to fuck you. That's very
Okay.
clear. We just
I was
want to.
worried.
It just. We just
I was worried. What the fuck?
shut the fuck up. We're not killing you.
It's like
my
Holly
bones
is
are
all
a
over
mess.
me, and like Emily's
I
all
don't-
over me, and everyone just really wants me really badly. So I thought it was you guys too. Like I don't know what girls are like in the city.
Wow.
We're going to beat the shit out of you.
Please
Okay.
don't. I'm
We're
already.
not. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just tell me how to get to your house. Hannah.
Okay. Just
Hannah?
down the street and
Yeah.
just keep going till you hit
Okay,
the road.
Yeah.
You're
And I
gonna
like
think it
whisper to
ends.
Hannah, and I'm like, we're gonna fucking talk to him and see,
Oh.
and we're gonna tell him. Maybe we can. He's dumb, so if he told other people, no one would like.
Believe him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, Hannah, you could also make him promise.
Ooh.
I would
You
just like
think
to
that
remind you
wasn't
that
in
you're
the
a supernatural
cards?
creature, that you have powers. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're all driving and you pull up to Tom's house. I feel like I'm not remiss in describing Tom's house as like a double wide trailer, but on some property. Like they bought the like pre-built double wide home, and it looks nice. It's just like one of those that you can just like plop down on any plot of land you like. There's a rusted out truck sitting in the driveway. So Tom, like, is it your mom or your dad?
It's my mom.
So your mom is home,
Mhm.
and she probably has like a little vegetable garden that she's been trying to tend like in the front yard, and it looks like really sad, but also like really like she's trying really hard, but you can tell like maybe some rabbits have been getting in or something, but it's like in the front yard. There's weeds like around, and the grass is like half grass and half like the field around the house, and it's hard to know where one starts and one ends. So yeah, you like pull up to this house and like the lights of your car like illuminate the front window.
That's it. I don't know. It looks like my mom's home, so I'll probably just like call her and go in and just, if you guys want to wait in the car, I'll go in first because I don't know if she knows that I died or if I have to, or that I got hurt.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm just gonna tell her in case she's like looking at me and notices my bones shifting around weird.
do you want us to like sneak in, or do you want?
Does your mom care if girls are over?
No, I don't think she would, but I should probably like tell her first.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of the car. I'm gonna head inside.
Okay. Do you knock first or you just open the door?
I'm gonna swing the door open and scream. Eddie! Eddie, I'm home! Eddie!
Is it Annie?
No, it's Eddie. I think her name is Edith, but I'm gonna call her Eddie because she loves cool nicknames.
Okay. So you yell out Eddie, and you hear something in the kitchen crash on the floor and break.
Oh, Mom, you okay?
And then your mother like runs into the room and sees you and like stops for a second.
Yeah.
And like you can see that she's been crying.
Oh.
Her eyes are all red and like she looks older than the last time you saw her, even though it was just yesterday. I'm imagining she has like the short like permed hair, like short curly hair. I'm imagining my own grandma. And like she's wearing like a very flowered, like patched up like robe. And she looks at you and she just starts sobbing and she like runs over to you. And she just like grabs you and she hugs you and she's just like sobbing into your shoulder and she's like, I thought you were dead.
Oh, nope, I'm okay. Also, you gotta, I'm gonna try and pry her off because I don't want her feeling the gross.
Okay.
Should I roll to see if she finds out?
Yeah.
Is that a keep your cool kind of thing?
I think that's a keep your cool.
Oh God, I'm so bad with cool.
Let me just check. Let me just make sure. Because I don't think that there's anything else. Or you could roll to shut your mom down, but I think that's also cold. So yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, roll with cold.
Cool. Are you in chat telling people that if people donate, we all get drunk?
No, I meant like we get wasted, like we get in trouble, and then I realized that I am Australian and very stupid, and things mean different things in different places.
I was like,
I mean, we're down.
We're down. Yeah. We can't TOS. We can't say we'll do it, but
I know.
Yeah.
But if we get to 100 euros, Blue Jay will make a bad thing happen to us. Probably, I guess. I don't know.
All right, I'm rolling cold.
Anyway, roll with cold. I don't know what this bad luck thing is, but he got a fail anyway. So Mark. He doesn't need more bad luck, chat. He has enough bad luck.
I died.
He died. Okay. So I mean that was kind of like my fault. Anyway. So your mom is holding on to you and you are trying to like, hey, don't like touch, grab, pull, poke, prod,
tender,
grope. And she like almost immediately, one, notices what you're doing, and two, notices how you feel different than the last time she hugged you because your mom loves you. Yeah. And she hugs you a lot.
Oh.
And so it's not like she'd be like, I haven't touched you in the last 15 years of your life. We just, shake hands at the doorway when you go to school. She knows what hugging you feels like. And when her hands like go around your shoulders, like maybe your collarbone's broken or something, but like she feels something different. And also that you're trying to push her away. And she backs up just a little bit and she looks at you again. And she's still like touching you. She's still like got her like hands on your shoulders. And she's like, are you what's wrong? I thought you should be in the hospital. What happened? They told me that you died.
Well, I'm fine. And honestly, I think it's kind of weird that they didn't tell you that I left the hospital, because I was in there and then I came out and I told them, I was like, I'm fine. I don't even feel anything wrong. But the issue now is that some of my body is different than before. And I was going to ask you if it's like a genetic thing, like if at a certain age the body changes, maybe this is a side of, I don't know. And I'm kind of concerned, but you shouldn't be concerned. I'm fine.
I think that we need to hear. And she like grabs her purse and car keys from by the door, and she's like, we should take you back to the hospital. If they thought you were dead, I don't know. They've obviously done something very wrong, and I need to speak to your doctor.
No, it's okay. And I have friends. I have friends coming over today too, and I don't want them to cancel on them either. So it's okay. I don't hurt.
Wait, you were at school? You let me think that you were dead?
I didn't know that anyone else knew that I thought that I was hurt.
You didn't come home last night and they said that you got hit by a car, and then instead of telling your mother that you were okay, you just went to school?
We don't have a landline. I would have called, but and I don't have a car, and I needed to get my friends to drive me here.
And she's just like standing in the doorway. And so like you all in the car can probably see like there's the light from the living room, and there's Tom, and there's his mother. So you can kind of see like the outlines of these people moving around. And also you saw that she like went to hug him, and you both having like felt Tom's body in a totally platonic way. You know that hugging him, like it would have been obvious. So you're sitting in the car. Are either one of you gonna like come out and try and?
I think we're talking for a bit. It's like,
yeah,
Hannah, what if I like wolf up and eat his mom or something?
Oh, Bella, I don't know.
Okay, you're right. That's dumb.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
I know. You just tend to go to the extremes, and then I feel like I have to work, like bring you back down. And I mean, I really like that about you. I mean, you're very inventive, but it's quite.
What if I just eat a limb as a distraction? Like I just bite her arm, and then she thinks like her and her son match more, and they bond over their weird bodies. No,
I don't think that's a good idea. We could just pretend that we're normal high schoolers and that everything's fine.
You're right. I don't even know how to be a wolf. I really want to wolf up again, and she's just annoying me. Like,
well, we could do that. I just don't think maybe we should eat Tom's mom.
You're right.
Yeah.
Why don't? Well, we need to talk to Tom about this. So,
do you think we should just go inside and maybe we can distract the situation and make sure that Tom is not being squidged about too much?
Yeah, let's just
like what if a rib actually came just like what if he just I don't know. What if his mom hugs him really hard and then just like he just indents like in the middle of his chest, he just goes like,
yeah, we don't want him to fold like a piece of paper. Why don't we just go in and act like we have something so important to do with Tom that like, we have a big farm,
we have a test or a project,
like farms. I don't know, something that she would fuck off for, instead of like eating her or whatever. I guess that was stupid.
Well, I don't think if okay. How about if worse comes to worse, you can eat her, but I'll give you a sign, and it's not gonna happen.
What's the sign? Is it like a cough or a blink?
I'll
scratch your hair.
I'll wink at you and I'll rub my ear.
Two things?
Like at the same time.
That's gonna be such an obvious signal, though. I'm gonna have
to. It's gonna be eaten in 2 minutes.
I'm gonna need. Okay, well, it's fine. You're right. Whatever. Let's go inside.
Okay. All right. So, Tom, you're having this discussion with your mother, who's like kind of progressively freaking out more at you because like first you were dead and then you didn't tell her that you weren't dead. And now she needs to go have a talk with some hospital administrators. And then like behind you, Hannah and Bella like walk up the steps to your house, and you see your mom. It's this weird thing that parents do sometimes when they have guests over, and now we have to like put aside our like argument that we were having and put on our like we're a fine family face for the guests. And so she like you see that face come on when she sees these two girls in the school uniforms come up behind you, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me they were here already."
I said,
Hello,
girls.
Mrs. Dingle. It's lovely to meet you. Hi.
Yeah, it's nice to know you for now, or for know you. It's nice to meet you. Sorry.
It's nice to eat meat.
It's nice to meet you, but like meat as in food meat, you know? Never mind.
I'm Hannah, and this is Bella.
Hi.
Oh, well, come in, girls. Come in. Tom and we'll, wow, you're so pretty. You sit down. I'll warm up some pie, and you all can just did you? Is it a study thing, Tom?
yep.
A project.
Yes.
Big
project. We're doing a lot of science fair stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you want tea or hot cocoa or apple cider?
Ooh,
apple cider.
Apple cider.
Take a water.
Okay, I'll get that. I'll be in the kitchen. You just make yourselves at home. And she's looking like confused, but also her like innate mom programming is forcing her to like, okay, like guess. So she goes into the kitchen, and if you were to look back in the kitchen, you see her just like put her palms on the countertop and just stare at the cabinet for like a hot minute while she does some processing. But now you three are all in Tom's house.
Show us your room, Tom.
Okay. Eddie, we're going in my room. We're gonna keep working in there. And take him to the room.
Okay. So you three are now in Tom's room. Tom, do you want to tell everybody what your room looks like?
Almost barren. Almost like a prison cell. Like I'm thinking there's like a cot, like a military cot on the ground, and maybe a chair and a desk and no wall art whatsoever. I mean, this is a mobile home, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like if you've ever been inside like a mobile home, they're actually like pretty nice depending.
They are.
It's just like they happen to be movable.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if it was like a mobile home or like a trailer home type situation.
It's not like an actual trailer where the table turns into a bed. It's just like it's a home that moves.
I was gonna start swinging for that, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, just pretty empty, not much going on. Very almost zero personality. Like you couldn't tell who lives here. It could have been a guest room.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
oh sorry.
Yeah, you all get in here, and do you shut the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so my mom's a little concerned about the organs and the bones.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't see what the deal is since I'm like, I don't.
Would you be willing to just test something for me? I've just been thinking about it a lot.
Okay, what is it?
If I like poked you really hard on your tummy, would it just stay in?
Maybe. Let's do it.
Okay.
Make a smiley face. No, a sad face.
How do okay.
Just like poke. I want to see a picture.
Okay, fine. I'm I'm gonna like double poke the eyes and like try go quite far in.
Okay. So it doesn't like his skin like bounces back when you poke it.
Oh, damn it.
Like it's not like it just stays poked. I don't know that like skin and organs and muscles like do that. Even like if he was dead and decomposing, maybe your fingers would be able to just go into him, but he's not. So it just like bounces back. But yeah, it feels weirdly like squishy.
So pretty normal, right?
It's not
Hannah.
normal.
We should
I would like to remind you, Tom, that last episode you did cough up like half a lung.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. Okay.
Okay.
So like, do you know anyone that could help? Like, I don't want to concern doctors or anything.
Okay, just Tom, just
my
Hannah.
house.
Barely. Okay, this is barely a house. Anyways, Hannah, you
Yeah.
should just tell him about the vision thing and just do it. Just tell him.
Okay. So, Tom.
Eh.
So I know. So I. You know. should I
No.
say- Hi. Yeah. So you know, supernatural things, paranormal things.
No, not real.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, so they might be slightly true, and I know it's gonna sound really weird, but if you hear me out, I can. So, the night you died, I could see that, and I knew you were dead before I was told you were dead.
That's just like a dream, and I really want to
No,
get
I
away
was-
from the
like-
phrasing of dead. Just like
No.
got sick.
It was not a dream, and I was there, and I wouldn't fucking lie because I'm not a fucking liar like all these, Harleys at the school. I don't do all these shady things. I was there. She told me she saw you on a metal fucking bed thing before you told us that.
And
Okay?
I saw you. I saw you on the bed. I saw you with like the tag. I saw it all, and I knew it happened before anyone told me.
Isn't that like the definition of deja vu though? Like it's nothing.
No, that's not.
no.
No.
Oh.
God, I'm gonna. Tom, I literally turned into a fucking wolf. Okay?
Not real.
Okay.
Yes,
No.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. Ask Tom.
I saw
I
it.
did.
You're lying.
I swear to God,
BS.
I literally talked about eating your mother in the car before we went inside. I talked about eating your fucking mom. You call Eddie for some reason.
You guys are crazy. Eddie's a great name.
Yo, listen, Tom. Listen, why would you think we like you and we just want to make a little prank on you? You're literally a wiggly bag of beans. Like, we are trying to talk to you and figure this shit out. You're dead. And honestly, it would be a lot easier if you were. But you're not.
I can. Okay. Please, can I prove this to you, Bella?
Yes.
I think I can do, and you as well. But I need you both to be down. Okay. Please.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use one of my moves, and I am gonna guide them, which means, they're coming across the veil into a supernatural plane with me.
Oh dear God.
Okay. All right. So there's this argument that's happening, and Bella is yelling and trying to convince Tom that supernatural things are real and that she was going to eat his mom. And Tom's like, no, that's not. That's not. And Hannah, you can, if you spend a string on someone willing, bring them across the veil.
Mhm.
So do you have a string on Tom?
Fuck, no, I don't.
So that's what you would need to do first, is you would have to
Okay,
get a string on Tom.
How
Easy ways to get a string on somebody. If they break a promise to you. I believe also you can get strings if I think if you shut someone down, you can gain a string on them if they don't have a string on you. If you get a 10 up on turn someone on, you can get a string on them.
Why don't you just show them your boobs or something?
What,
Like,
or don't, either is fine. You can also
So
not do that.
the way this comes across like fictionally is maybe so you want to bring Tom and Bella across the veil into fairy realm. You've never done this before. So how are you going about like trying to access this power?
Wait, sorry, repeat the question.
Like, what are you doing to try and like what is, because you've never brought anyone across the veil before. You've never even done it yourself. But you have this new ability. But what does it feel like for Hannah when she's trying to do this? And so like if you tell me like what that feels like, I can tell you like how you can tell that you can bring Bella but not Tom, right? So what does it feel like when you're like trying to be like, I want to go to the fairy realm. I want to bring them
just
with me.
as the tensions are kind of rising, it becomes more and more noticeable to me that it feels like a part of me when I came back from the fairy realm was left there, as if I could always kind of just I could like position myself back there if I really, really concentrated on it.
So as Bella and Tom are arguing, you're like trying to be like, I do not hear, I do not see, like, I don't want to be a part of this. And while you're separating yourself from the yelling situation is when you feel that other part of yourself that you left in the fairy realm. And like maybe you close your eyes for a second. And when you open them, you have this like weird double vision. And you can see again the golden light in your chest. And you can see it like extending and like strings tying you to Bella. But you can also see that there aren't any strings tying you to Tom. And there's some like instinctual part of you that knows that if you were to try and bring Tom to the other side with you, it wouldn't work because you don't have any of those strings on him. And maybe there's this like very kind of like I don't know if like beastly is the right word, but like possessive part of you, like a voice inside you that says like, no, like I have to have strings on him. I need to be able to control him. I need to have leverage over him. And it's this part of you that maybe you hadn't noticed before ever. Like it's a voice inside you. It's a possessive need that wasn't something that you've ever encountered inside yourself before, but like you can see Bella glowing golden from the strings between you and her, and Tom looking kind of like dull and almost monochromatic in this like weird vision you have right now. And there's this feeling of wrongness to you. Like you have to fix that.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Tom?
Yeah.
I need you to promise me something really quick. Anything. Just promise me that you can
just fine. What do you need?
Yeah. Just something that you will break. Quick. Can you promise me that you would never Okay. Bella, you're going to hate this. Promise me that you will never ever kiss Bella and then just kiss her. It just has to be a peck. Just do that. And then it will be so quick. Please just do it. Just do it. Just Bella, please. Hug. Fine, hug her. But promise me first.
Okay. I promise not to ever hug Bella.
Okay, go.
Okay,
let's just do it. God, you smell. Just quickly.
Okay, don't touch anything. I go for a hug.
Okay. And Bella, do you allow this to happen? Like, do you have
yes.
You and Hannah kind of practiced this before, right? When you were trying to figure out how her powers worked. So Smelly Tom gives you a hug, and Hannah, now you can see in this like weird double vision that you have going on, like you can see and feel that like harp string plucked, and now Tom has a string in between you and him. So now you do have a string on Tom because he broke a promise, and you're also kind of mad at him, but like that's fine. It's that like voice inside you, like he broke a promise to me.
Oh, dang.
So you get a string on Tom, and now you can spend a string on both Tom and Bella and take them with you if you would like.
Yes. I would love to.
So you immediately spend the string on Tom and spend one string on Bella. And then you, like, again, you're seeing this double vision. You see these strings between the both of you, and you like just with your two hands, like just tug on two of those strings and then take a step backwards. And when you step backwards, like maybe you were about to hit the wall in Tom's bedroom because it's very small, but instead of hitting the wall, all of a sudden, like 1 second to the next, all three of you are back in the golden bejeweled room with the chaise lounge and the many chandeliers, and the light floating in through the window is exactly the same. Like no time has changed at all. And all of the walls are draped in this like beautiful like silks and like ivories and golds. And there's this music that all of the sudden is just like playing, but it's not really like music. It's just like the most expensive spa you've ever been in where the sound is just around you. And so now you're all in the fairy realm. And right there, before we have a chance to react, is when we're gonna smash cut to Harley pulling Harley pulling a kitchen knife out of Brad's gut.
Me? I would never. What do you even mean? That's
sorry. Who's
baseless.
Aaahh? Cordelia?
No, it is me. To be fair, we all took a turn, but maybe I did the last one. I don't
know. So Harley, Brad is sitting in this chair that's set up in your basement. You told him that this was your uncle's house or someone's uncle's house, and his head is like lolling forward on his neck. And his skin is all like super, super pale, and there's just blood everywhere on the ground. And all 3 of your cheerleader gang buddies are standing around with their like hands and forearms coated in Brad's blood. Do you like, so this is Marissa's first time, or maybe, you know,
maybe not. I think it's the second time. Yeah,
it's Marissa's second time, so she's got a little bit of blood on the uniform, let's say. But Aaahh and Cordelia and yourself are both, aside from your hands, relatively clean, which would hint to experience, I think one might say. So you have Brad's body in your basement. What do you do?
So what we do is we get this big old plastic sheeting, like just like very like methodically, we get like this plastic sheeting out and we put it on the floor, and we like grab his body, we put on the plastic sheeting, and then we get, I don't know what they're called. That's the saws that like chefs use to cut through meat and bone.
Oh, right, like a turkey one?
That's one of those. Yeah. And we just like get that, and like we're gonna wait for the blood to chill, and then we're just gonna like start cutting up the body into like little bitsies, you know, as you do.
Is this experience one in which you are all like eerily silent and like hypnotized, or is it like we're just being chill and girlfriends and blah blah blah?
I just see it as like very silent, very just like doing like just going through the motions kind of thing, and like just like no talking, because any talking might disrupt like the flow or like the accuracy and stuff.
Is there any noticeable difference like in the behaviors or features of like Cordelia and Aaahh and Marissa? Like, do they look different when they're like doing this with you? Like, is there anything noticeable about them?
No, they're just very like, you know, like tabula rasa of humans, just like very like blank slate, not really like, you know, like some people have like a certain way they hold their face, or like certain smile. Right. They have whatever world is like completely like stony face, just like.
Okay. And so all of this happens, and again, like you said, it's all very methodical, as though it has maybe happened before. And then like all of the gory stuff is handled. We'll just like, you know,
gory bits, whatever, they're all packed up, all good.
And then you like have the like you're washing your hands at the very large sink in the basement. Is that like, how do you dismiss them? Do you leave the body there? Like, what's the...
Do I notice the blood on Marissa's shirt?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. Can I just gesture and be like, you're gonna have to get a new shirt that's got bits on it.
And she looks down at herself and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll take care of that.
No, I'd really rather if you could just give it to me. We can just
and she just immediately like strips it off and like hands it to you. And it's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize. I'll do better next time.
That's totally fine. Don't even worry about it. We'll just burn it with everything else. That's fine. And I'm just gonna like take the little rolled up, they're in like paper, like just like brown paper limbs bits. Okay. I don't even put them in like a freezer or anything. I just put them in like in the corner of the basement. I just like cover them until we have the next bonfire and I can get rid of them.
All right, can you roll for me to keep your cool?
Absolutely, I can do that. No worries.
Oh, nice.
I also still have 2 to carry forward that I will not forget about, and I'll tell you before I do it.
Okay.
Whenever I do a roll, but I just remember that. But yeah, 16.
I feel like I might be doing the carry forward wrong, but I don't care. We're just doing it. It's fine. I think it's supposed to be on the very next roll that's relevant. but we've been doing it this way, so
Okay.
it's fine. You got one forward. You get to spend it whenever.
Okay, cool.
So you get a 10 plus. So you keep your cool and gain insight. So you're experienced. You've got your head in the game. You're not like freaking out. None of your compatriots are freaking out. So you don't like, there's nothing that is like left to be like accidentally found. Like if any of you have spots of blood on your shoes or whatever, it's all taken care of. Is there any like question you have about the situation that you would like me to specifically answer?
Oh my goodness. I didn't think of this.
The situation being Brad's murder.
Brad's murder. Okay. I would like to know, can I know like how if Emily's gonna be particularly suspicious of him missing?
Okay, so you're thinking through, you have like, maybe this is just the same organizational stratum that you have with like any kind of cheerleading meet or any kind of at school activity where you're just like ticking off all the boxes and making sure you haven't forgotten to cover anything. And you're just like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, right. Emily and Brad were an item. Emily and Brad were going to go to homecoming together. Is there anything that I need to take care of regarding that situation? And it comes into your mind that while Emily was probably using Brad for his like latent popularity, even though he dumped you in public or you dumped him or whatever that situation
Whatever that was.
He was still the quarterback. She probably doesn't have like a whole lot of emotional ties to the situation, and Brad's behavior towards women is like fairly commonplace, so she would probably just assume that she was being stood up for some hussy.
Okay.
So you don't think that Emily is probably gonna do much researching into like why Brad isn't hanging off of her arm anymore.
Okay.
But I will hand this to you. It occurs to you that what's more important to Emily than Brad was winning homecoming queen, and that she absolutely will notice that she didn't get a single goddamn vote.
Gotcha. Wait, did they entirely replace the ballot box? Because like I thought it was you were putting extra ones inside of the existing ballot box, but did you empty
like
it entirely?
They all fell out.
The student populace.
Right.
So,
got it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Okay.
So maybe because it's as important to you as the murder of Brad that homecoming goes swiftly, like that's probably the only complication that you like latch on to in terms of this situation.
Got it. Okay.
So you dismiss your cheerleading cronies?
Yes, I do. I would just tell them to like just go home as normal, and we'll just like dispose of the body whenever the next opportunity comes, and it's all good.
Okay. Do you go anywhere or with any of them, or is that just like? Because I know that you usually don't stay at your house. Do you stay at your house now today?
Yeah, I stay at my house tonight.
Let's go up the stairs that Brad was gonna go up and like open the door. What is the state of your house?
So the state of my house is like what is that? Oh my goodness. What is that film that I'm thinking of right now? And I literally can't remember it. It's got Ewan McGregor in it, and it's a bunch of druggies, and it's also like
Train spotting?
Train spotting. Very big train spotting energy. Like it's like all the wallpaper is like yellowed, the carpet's like stained, there's like so many dishes on the sink, it's ridiculous, and they're moldy, and there's fruit flies, and there's flies everywhere, and like the fridge is like leaking weirdly, and it just they're so musty and like stinky and awful in there. It's like not quite a hoarder's house, but it's like a very like not looked after home, and it's just like disgusting. And that's like the living room and the kitchen and stuff that you come into when you go up the basement stairs.
Okay, so Harley in her spotless brown and yellow cheerleading uniform walks up the stairs from the basement, and we get this shot of like the yellow in your uniform and the blonde of your hair looking super bright and perfect amongst this otherwise like absolutely junkyard looking house. And like there's this really old lazy boy that is like propped right in front of the television with on either side of its armrest like piles of beer cans that have just not been picked up. And is it your mom or your dad that
It's
you
the
live with?
mom.
It's your mom. So your mom is sitting in that chair and the television is on and she's just watching Jeopardy and calling out all of the answers and all of them are wrong. And she's like the television is very loud as it ordinarily is and like she's kind of like mumble whispering the answers with a drunken slur. Also, rip Alex Trebek, we love him. But he's looking magnificent on the television.
Absolutely.
He's just great. He's an icon.
Truly.
But yeah, so you walk up the stairs and like whatever sounds were in the basement, like she did not fucking care. She's very drunk and there's just like piles of like everything everywhere and she's sitting in front of the television.
I'm just gonna lock like the basement door behind me, I guess, and I'm just gonna go up to like behind her a little bit and be like, Mom, did the delivery of your meds come? Did you open them yet?
And she, having not even noticed you were there, like maybe jumps like a little bit, but like the drunken like huh? Like it's a very like like body movement like, oh wait, you're there. And she looks back at you and she's like, where the fuck have you been?
I was at school. I had school today.
I don't mean today. I mean for the last week. I'm almost out of toilet paper.
Do you want me to go get toilet paper now? Okay. It's fine. Do you want me to put your meds in the bathroom for you?
And she just like waves at you and turns back to the television.
I go and I imagine that I don't know if you have it in America, but we're gonna pretend we have it in this town. Here you can get your medication delivered to your house. And I like to imagine that I just like get her meds and I open them and I take some of them and I put in like iron tablets or something as a replacement for like the Valium that she takes. And then I guess I pick up her wallet that has like $2 in it and I'm just gonna go to this store, I guess.
Okay. So we don't necessarily have to like go into like Harley goes to the grocery store. But is there anything else that you wanted to do before school the next day or
No, I don't think so. I think I would just enjoy the nice night air walk and I have that moment where it's like no one's really on the streets and it's just you and you kind of like dissociate a little bit and you feel like the day at school you had isn't real and the thing you just did in the basement isn't real and nothing's real and no one actually exists and you don't exist and that kind of like I just kind of go into that state that I'm usually in when I'm not surrounded by people where it's just like I'm just empty and there's nothing there and she's just like a husk of a person.
So we get the like a girl walking alone at night vibes, but instead of like the neighborhood looks very threatening, it's very like picturesque, almost like what's the Black and Pleasantville kind of like we saw the like gory basement shit happening just a few minutes ago and the absolute dump truck of your house and then you close the door behind you and the color grading of the scene completely changes. So all of a sudden it goes like straight back to like young teenage girl walks through a perfectly safe neighborhood at night.
Yeah.
And maybe you're even like whistling a little bit and like doing that thing that like young children do where they like put one foot directly in front of the other, like you're playing games with yourself while you're walking. And it's just like the incongruity of like you just murdered someone in the basement and now you're like cheerleader, like a high ponytail walking like to the grocery store for your mother, which is just like a very good shot, I think. Otherwise, because you made that roll, nothing untoward happens tonight. But we do have some very exciting things. I just wanted to make sure that we got the closing scene of Harley Sharp's murder party.
Murder party.
We like step back from the like Harley, walking to the 7-Eleven and like jump immediately back into this magical, beautiful other realm that Tom, Bella, and Hannah have just found themselves in. And you're just like, it's kind of like a shock cut. So it's like almost no preparation for the audience either, and just all of a sudden, like, bam, you're here. I feel like it might be a little too early for a break, but do we want to do an early break before we continue, or?
I don't mind. I'm easy.
Good to keep going.
Whatever you fancy.
Yeah, I feel like
don't
this is a good place for a break. It's a little bit earlier than usual, but we're gonna take it anyway. Just because it is
So
a
we
good
can do
transition.
everything else at once.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
I'll see you friendos in 10 minutes. The little break screen loops, so it's 5 and then 5. So go get a water, go do a stretch, go do your things, and we'll be back shortly. Bye.
Oh. Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, just in time. Perfect timing. Hell yeah. How's it going, friends?
So good.
So good. Okay.
Feeling fine.
So last time on, we come back from our commercial break. It was a commercial for 1990s McDonald's and also Furbies. I don't know.
Nice.
So we come back and we have 3 of our 4 heroes standing in a very, very fancy, like, Versailles-esque room. Hannah, you've been here before. Bella and
Yes.
Tom, you just stepped, like, you didn't even move. You just, like, 1 second you were in Tom's, like, prison cell bedroom, and then maybe you blinked, and then you were definitely not there, and it doesn't feel like you moved at all, and it doesn't, like, maybe the air feels, like, a little bit different on your skin, but, like, it's just 1 second to the next, you're just somewhere completely different. What do you do?
Ah!
It's fine. Calm.
What happened?
Supernatural. You know.
What? No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
where are we? Is this like a city building or something?
No. This is another realm.
What?
Oh yeah, Tom, we were lying. It was all fake. And I am a wolf.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay, so I am what is called a fae. I'm still learning about it. I'm still pretty new to it. But this is the fairy realm.
Am I okay here? Am I safe? Am I gonna die? Are you gonna kill me?
No. Oh, also, the fairy king. This is gonna be weird. Probably not weird. You know Mr. Thorpe, who does our tutorials?
No.
In English?
But go on.
He teaches us English like every day.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, he's the fairy king.
What?
Yeah.
Were we supposed to study that?
It's weird.
No.
No, Tom.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
It's a secret. Don't tell anyone this. Oh my god, please
Oh.
promise me you will not tell anyone this.
Am I getting inducted? Do I get to be a member? Am I a fairy?
No.
Well,
We don't know what you are, but your ribs are weird. You're obviously
We are
something.
just confused as to you were dead, Tom.
Do you think I have superpowers?
Possibly, but don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of
Whoa.
yourself.
So Bella, you also haven't been here before. Obviously you're trying to keep your cool a little bit better than Tom, but, like, had Hannah described this to you before? Is it all new to you as well? Like,
Did she
I think
ever
I-
describe this? Maybe
I think I very
briefly?
briefly did.
Yeah, I'm just kind of in shock, but trying to keep cool because I know that we're trying to
Tom's
talk to
shock
Tom.
is louder than yours, so you're
I've already
focusing
been a
on her.
wolf, so, like, I know shit's weird. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, Hannah, you remember the last time you were here, anything that you asked for was just immediately there, but also you also remember that, like, there was a way out that Mr. Thorpe used that you weren't able to. So do you, like, why did you bring them here? Are you gonna, like, tell them? Are you gonna try and help Tom, or do you just want to go somewhere else?
I mean, I brought them here to just prove straight out without a question that the paranormal is real. I would probably like to see if I can find the door, if it has reappeared.
Okay. I want you to roll with dark.
Okay. Succeed.
Okay. So last
That's
time
like
you
my
were
first
here,
success.
yeah, get a 10. All right. So last time you were here, it was a place that felt like any other room that you were in, right? You felt the floor, you felt the walls, but they weren't like a part of you. You had no connection to them. They're just a floor and walls. But this time you can feel like maybe you go over to the wall and like put your hand where you felt the door or saw the door was when Mr. Thorpe left or Oliver left before. And like whereas previously it was just like where's the door? There's no door here. Now like you put your hand on the wall and you can feel underneath your fingers that the wall like could be other things if you just exert like pressure on it, like mental pressure, not like push into the wall, but you can just like you can feel when you touch it with your hands that it could be something else if you just ask it to. And that's not something that happened before. Maybe you're just like coming into your power, or maybe because Mr. Thorpe was doing something previously that he isn't doing now. You're not sure like why that is, but you could ask it to be a door if you wanted it to.
I would like it to be a door.
Okay. Underneath your hand, spreading like ripples on a pond, a door appears.
So the last time I was here, I was only in this room, right?
Yes.
I guess it was like an introduction thing. But I think that us three could go explore more if you would both want to do that.
Let's do it.
I'm lost. You guys just take me wherever.
But do you believe us? Do you believe us now?
We're literally somewhere else, Tom. If you don't believe us, I am going to break your ribs.
Fine. I'd like to see you try.
Don't no. No. Okay. Let's do it. Okay.
So you open the door?
Yeah.
It's a hallway. And it's similarly dressed to the room you were just in, like lots of white and gold, ivory, lots of like very expensive fabric and like just jewels swathed on the walls with like no regard to expense. It's like walking into the house of someone who has so much money they literally just have to paint the walls with it because it's the richest thing you've ever seen or even thought of. But it's just like it's a hallway and it doesn't like there's no end of the hallway. And there's no like again like the other room where there was no apparent door or window. It's similar here where there's no apparent doors off of the hallway. It's just a hallway that goes on forever in either direction. Or apparently forever in either direction.
Can I like internally I would like there to be like a beautiful garden or something. If I walk
so you
down the
step into
hallway.
this hallway and you're thinking like I would love to see a beautiful garden.
As in, yeah. So when I see the two never-ending like ways, whatever, if I want to be like, if I go to the right, I will find a beautiful garden.
Yeah. Like you go to the right and maybe like push aside some drapes that formerly were just like over a wall, but like as soon as you like touch them, light is leaking through in a way it wasn't before, and you pull aside the like curtain and there's just the entrance to a garden. And it's like, you know, absolutely like perfect like trimmed hedges, roses of every color, even the ones that roses don't actually come in. And it's the type of garden where it is very expressly manicured to look like it's running free and natural everywhere. So it's made to look as though it's just doing whatever it wants, but there's not a single weed in sight. Like it's whatever plants that they want. It's all very aesthetically pleasing. There's the like trickling sounds of a stream somewhere. And you just like walk out into the garden.
I think I made this garden. Bella, if you could be anywhere, where would you just describe to me the perfect place you could be?
I mean, anywhere if like you're there. Or what are you, like a place?
Uh,
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know, a place with like a lot of color, like neon or like rainbow, but like you're there maybe. Are you just gonna make it or
um, yeah, I'm
like
gonna.
something cool? I don't know, like
Okay.
futury, like what the future's gonna look like in like 2000. It's gonna be like neon everywhere.
Okay. Right. And I'm gonna kind of like pull back maybe there's like a willow tree or something with like the low hanging
Yep.
branches, and I kind of like push it to the side, and it's kind of as if cyberpunky, I guess, like
Yeah.
very kind of neon-y, like it's all the neons from the 90s, but it just seems amplified and there's more color and there's a bit, it's all, yeah, yeah.
Bella, imagine you walked into the arcade that you guys had at home, but instead of being dirty and dingy and awful, it's like, what if you could do anything you wanted and make it like as cool as like you wanted it to be? And like there's like these like neon lights of every different color all around, but instead of like being the like you have blue on one side of your face and magenta on the other side of your face, it's like you can see the colors like meet each other in the air and then turn into a different color. There's not actually like a purple light, but like the light is somehow different here and behaving differently than it would in like real life. And like I don't know, there's like mirrored everything and you can see yourselves walk into this place, and the music changes from like it's very like light and lilting to like now there's a thumping bass, and still there's no one here.
Whoa. You have the best power ever. This is so cool. We don't even have to go back. I mean,
I
why
do.
bother? No,
I
you
s-
don't. Well,
uh
you can go back actually. We'll figure that out.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
I
as
Tom,
like a step back for just 1 second, are you just going to like continue on the like how many cool different rooms can I make, or is there something else that you like wanted to like do or find or see here?
I mean, at some point I would like to talk to Oliver but I don't know if he's here. I had, well, could I, with these like mirrored surfaces,
Mm-hmm.
can I look into them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I think kind of as those two are like bickering and being like, no, you can leave. No, I want to go home. Blah blah blah. Then
Right.
I kind of like step away for a second, and I'm just gonna look in the reflection and try to see uh where Mr. Thorpe is. I know
Okay.
it didn't work the last time,
Roll plus
but
dark.
I feel stronger now. Oh,
Oh
baby.
shit. So you get another success, just tens all
ooh.
around. And this is like similar to when you were looking for Tom or you were looking for Harley. You look into the mirror and at first you see your face looking back at you, and then your face like morphs slightly and you see like Mr. Thorpe's face instead. But in other situations where it's been like you were spying on people and like seeing like a flashback of their day or like the situation they're in at that moment, he is hyper aware. Like he looks you straight in the eye and he quirks one eyebrow and he's like, Hannah,
Hello?
I see you decided to visit the Fey realm when I wasn't there. Was there something you wanted from me?
Um, what? I've never spoken through this. I, I mean, I'd love to talk to you at some point, but it doesn't have to be now. I
I am at your disposal.
Ask him about that
And you
mental
notice
lady
that
at the place.
you notice that you don't see anything behind him. Like he doesn't have like a background, right? Like you would ordinarily see the room that someone was
Yeah.
in. And Bella and Tom, you don't see him. Hannah is talking to herself in the mirror.
Gotcha.
Is, is it is it okay to bring people to the here?
You're the queen. If the realm accepts them, then they can be there.
Oh, then maybe you could come here now. Are you busy?
I am a bit, yes. If you have a direct question, I will answer you. But I can't be there right now.
I was just I don't want you to be mad or anything with me. But I was looking up about being a fae and what that might mean for me, and I just like to research and make sure that I know stuff. And I saw a photo of me, but it was not me. It was
Samantha.
a woman. Yeah.
You've done your homework. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, oh, I thought you were going to be angry or that I'd done something wrong.
Do I look angry?
No, no, no.
She was here before. Yes. You might have guessed that.
Yeah.
Was that your question?
Who is she? Who is she and who am I and why do we
It's
look the
possible
same?
she's just a distant relative of yours.
But we look identical.
And he shrugs. Those things happen.
And you don't have any power over it?
I could make something like that happen if I wanted to, but so could you.
And have you wanted to?
I feel like he smirks at you and he says, "It's entered my mind time to time."
Um. Okay. Was that you at the reception?
Oh, you mean
Or like
Olive?
a pardon?
No, I just took her name.
And could you see through her like this?
She's a completely different person than me.
Okay. Okay.
Did you have any other questions? Maybe
no.
your friend could use some doctoring. And he like nods, like chin nods at Tom. If you
Oh,
think of it, they'll be here.
Oh. Okay. Is is there more than wolves and fae? Is there like vampires and are there zombies?
Line? What's that line? Like there are more things in heaven and earth than dreamt in your philosophy, Horatio. What's that line from?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
He quotes that line.
Okay.
What's that? Yeah.
So
yeah, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Yeah, he just quotes that Shakespeare line.
Okay. So is he just give me a yes or no. Is he technically a zombie?
He is immortal.
Oh. Okay.
I really do have to be going, but if you have more questions, as always, feel free to ask. I never lie to you.
Thank you, Miss Oliver. Thank you.
And then he just like, grins at you and then like the image just like fades.
Okay, chat would like to know if you said immortal or a mortal.
Uh, it's meteor.
Meteor.
No, I said a mortal. Like metagame knows his skin mortal. Yes. He just said the skin that Tom is, which is a mortal. But also he died and came back, so like maybe it's both. I don't know. But I said a mortal. Anyway, so Hannah was just talking to herself in the mirror, Bella and Tom. Did you at any point like stop talking to each other about how cool this is and like turn to be like, what the fuck is happening? Or were you just...
No, I would have suggested we start running because like Hannah's going crazy and we might be next.
So you tried to get out?
Yes, I was gonna try and run.
You turned
I'm
to the
trying to
wall
hold
where...
back Tom, yeah.
You turned to the wall where you walked in and there's no door anymore.
Oh, okay. That's a bad sign.
Tom, just chill. Why don't you just chill, okay?
I don't know where we are, and I don't know about
Okay.
the bones thing, and then you're
Okay,
a
Miss-
wolf, and you're gonna kill my mom, and then...
I'm not
Tom
gonna
and
eat your
Tom's-
mom. She was really nice. I didn't know she was gonna be way cooler than you. I'm not gonna eat your mom. You bag of spaghetti, just fucking sit still. We don't want to get lost in here.
Okay. There are so many times in this campaign where I'm like, if I just keep talking to Bella, she's gonna keep shitting on me, and I'm gonna shoot up so many levels.
You don't get experience for forgiving someone being mean to you. You get a string. You get a string on her.
Oh, yes.
Have all the strings you want, buddy.
Fine with the ones I got, whatever. Pout.
You only get experience when you forgive Harley.
That's it. Or I think if somebody has a horrible thing that Harley's done, and then they tell me, and I'm like, that's okay.
When you ignore a blatant problem with Harley, yes, you get experience.
This
I
feels
keep mixing
like
them
you.
up.
So we'll get to that later. We'll get to
There's
that.
a lot of blatant problems with me, so
gonna
get
go
ready
up
for
so
that
many levels.
experience, buddy.
Blatant
Hell
and
yeah.
not so blatant. Hey.
Um,
Yes. So Hannah, you
Okay.
finished talking
Yeah.
to Mr. Thorpe, to Oliver, and Bella is trying to stop Tom from running into the wall.
Tom, what? Why are you okay?
What? Are you okay? You're talking to a wall.
He's trying
Well,
to exit this
oh.
world. He thinks there's a door and he's just gonna end up at his trailer or something.
That's
It's
not how it
ridiculous.
works.
The normal world.
Yeah, but this is the paranormal world. It's para.
Been.
Normal.
Dude,
This is only my second time.
Oh my god.
Bella's here for the first time and she gets it.
She's a wolf person,
I'm
Okay,
trying to be
that's that.
understanding.
and I'm a corpse person.
Well, actually, I just you're a mortal.
Stop bringing up my mortality.
If you don't shut up, you fucking gravy boned man, I will fucking eat you in this world, and then nobody will find you.
I bet I wouldn't even die. I bet it'd be fine. I can live
Whatever.
forever.
Just why can't you just chill? We're in Hannah's thingy. I don't know what's just wait.
You're not even concerned that she was talking to a mirror.
I can explain that. Bella's
Because
seen it
she
before.
literally, I've seen it, and she knew you were dead before
That's how I
anything even
saw.
happened. We knew you
Fine.
were dead before you knew, and you didn't
What?
even know you were dead because you're just like, I walked out of the hospital. It's like, who
Ow.
does that? When you walked out of a
Medicine's-
morgue, you walked out of a morgue. When you got up, were there other dead bodies around?
I didn't
Probably.
look.
Use your eyes.
I was
And if
having fun.
If you did use your eyes, you would see that there's no doors in here. It's literally
Mm.
mirrors. Just chill.
Well, I just want to know why Hannah's talking to a wall. Hannah,
God.
If we all just bring it from a 10 to like a 4, I
you're
would
not
just
telling us because you got
Okay.
secrets.
No, I brought you here. That's why I brought you here, because I want you to know. Okay, so
I want to eat him. I want to eat him.
No, please
I
stop
won't.
listening to eat people.
Okay.
If you get mad at me, are you gonna eat me?
I'll eat all of him and I'll leave the penis and send it to Harley. That's all she needed anyways from him. So let's just go ahead and do that since he's just
I don't
annoying.
have anything to do with it. What?
Hey Bella,
I'm gonna
could
die.
you real quick roll dark for me? Just real quick.
No.
Let's see. Maybe I die.
Okay, so you've been talking about eating people a lot. And I just want to mention that like maybe you take like a step back and realize that you've been talking about eating people a lot. And like you're like, oh, I've been talking about eating people a lot, and then you feel like this like pit in your stomach that is indeed a craving for flesh. You can control it, but like that it's there. I just want you to know that that it's there.
Can I ask Hannah to like make a giant bunny that I can eat or something?
You can ask Hannah for whatever.
Hannah.
Yeah.
This is weird, but I need flesh, and I'm not talking the horny kind. I need a fucking meal. I need you to imagine with your little flibbly dibbly brain stuff. I need you to make me a big ass filet mignon. Make sure it's alive though. I want it to be alive. I want to do it myself. Can you do that for me, please? Please. Please. Or else I'm gonna eat Tom. Or else I'm gonna fucking eat Tom.
Oh my god, please to eat people.
I don't want to eat him. I just feel it inside my stomach. I need to eat.
Okay.
Please do it.
I'm just gonna like picture like a huge, massive buffet, but like there's like live animals like falling off of it, and it's just like because I'm so stressed, it's so over the top. There is like a cow just sat on a table, and it doesn't make sense, and I'm just scared. And there's a bunny probably, and
yeah. So can you roll dark for me, Hannah?
Oh god, okay.
The smell. The smell. It just feels so good.
So we get a failure mark experience.
I'm gonna feign IRL.
Is the fail like there's not enough food, so I go for Tom's leg and it like grows back or something? What are we doing?
I would like to. Here's the thing. I have two options here, and Bella, you get to choose.
Okay.
The failure is either that you go somewhere else, or that you turn into your darkest self.
I turn into my darkest self, baby.
All right, so Hannah, you fail, and Bella.
Oh my god!
Tom!
No!
What?
Tom!
No.
I don't know what to do.
I look at Tom.
Oh my god!
And I do this with my paws, like I fucking told you. I was a fucking wolf.
Did you?
I fucking told.
What did I do? Oh my god! Bella, Tom!
Make a room.
I pictured that we're just like in a forest. We're in a forest. We're in a massive forest, and there's cows again.
I just start fucking ripping into these cows and just ripping chunks, legs, and I just go to town on this buffet. I eat ferrets, rabbits, squirrels, dogs. I'm fucking eating everything, and I'm just fucking wolfed out. You know.
So Hannah, do you make this like buffet forest for Bella, and you and Tom are like somewhere else, or are you taking the chance and still in this area with them?
We are close enough that there is definitely blood hitting us.
Okay, so you like basically push you grab Tom's hand when you see Bella wolf out, and you basically like push the mirror like a revolving door, and then you're running through this forest, and Bella wolfed out runs after you, but you manage to put ablative cows in this forest. And because your darkest self, I would like to remind you, Bella, is that you crave power and dominance earned through bloodshed. If anyone attempts to stand in your way, they must be brought down and made to bleed.
You want to stand in my way, Tom?
You have time. God. You have a moment, because I will give Hannah, because she just failed, the ablative cow. But you can see like in Bella's voracious hunger and blood spray that this is not a controlled binge. Hannah and Tom, you probably also see that, but she's a wolf. So what do you do?
I think I'm just gonna like kind of like slowly grab like onto Tom's arm, and I'm just like, I think we should start backing away and just let her kind of do her thing. And I've only seen the end. I've seen the after wolf. I've seen the after the bit. I'm very concerned.
I think we should go home.
I don't think we can until she's done with that.
What?
Why not leave her?
I'd like to.
I would like to know, are you going to run away or are you going to attempt to exert control? Or what else are you going to do? Are you going to hit on her? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, me, I'm trying to
now.
run.
You should do that thing. You should do the thing where it's like, she'll listen to me. She'll listen to me. Bella,
I'm
look at me.
innocent.
Look in my eye.
Also, I
fucking
can't
hope,
die.
Okay, so Tom,
I
are
know.
you
What if I like bite one of his limbs off, but it just doesn't like do anything?
we don't
It
know.
grows
We
back?
don't know.
We'll
But
have to
Can
find
I
out
try
if-
to eat something off him? I didn't get his mom. Give me something.
okay. Would everyone who's in the scene roll 1d3?
Oh no.
We'll order of
okay.
operations this thing. Whoever has the 1 is first, and then etc. If there's a tie, we'll do a reroll.
I'm lost.
Is it slash roll?
Slash roll 1d3, and then that's gonna be your like order of operations.
Ugh.
Okay, so Bella, you get to go first.
Great.
What would you like to do?
I pry Tom away from Hannah holding on to him,
Okay.
and I
Are you gonna lash out physically?
oh yeah. I'm gonna go for one of his arms and then maybe the leg. I'm gonna like with one like claw, I'm like smashing him against the fucking ground, and the other I'm trying to chew him like a giant turkey leg.
Okay,
So I'm going hard.
will you roll volatile for me?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry that you rolled that, Tom and Hannah.
Yo, I was starting to get a crush on this girl, and now she's eating my friend, and I
Okay.
I can't control
on a
myself.
7 to 9.
Yeah,
On
I
a
can
7 to
tell.
9, you harm them but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you.
We're learning.
The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or what you already are, your darkest self. So, ordinarily, werewolf gnawing, I believe that a regular punch is 1 harm and a supernatural one would probably be 2. So ordinarily you would deal 2 harm as a wolf, but if you choose, I decide how bad the harm turns out, then I can choose to make it more or less bad. Or you can choose that he learns something more about your true nature, which like you're a wolf, so I don't know that there's like a lot there.
I don't know if there's more to learn there. You decide, Blue.
Okay, so I will decide this is happening. Like she is on top of Tom. Tom and Hannah, can you both roll again because you tied to see whose action comes next, and then we'll process. Can you do this? Why do you keep tying? Can you stop tying, please? Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
All right. This time Tom gets to go first. Okay.
Okay.
I would like to know, Tom, before we figure out how bad Bella's harm on you is, are you running? Are you fighting? Are you flighting, or are you freezing? What's your
Running.
reaction?
I'm gonna be trying to run. I'm gonna be trying to use how wiggly my bones are in an effort to get the fuck out of her grip.
Okay. I would like you to roll with volatile as well. That's the runaway.
Okay. Please. I don't want to die again.
You rolled a failure? Will you mark
Oh, no.
experience? Tom,
Sure.
whatever arm is in Bella's mouth, when you try and pull it out, it does rip off. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It'll be fine, Wiggly boy.
Okay. Oh.
So you can get away, but you leave something behind. It's your arm. Hannah, you're seeing this unfold in front of you like your worst fucking nightmares. What do you want to do?
Oh my god. I'm gonna they're running, and I'm gonna run after them, and I'm just gonna start trying to imagine walls popping up in between them, and I'm just trying to be like, Bella, please, Bella, I know you're in that, Bella, please stop hurting him. He doesn't deserve it. Please, no, Bella, no.
So
I'm gonna
Are you trying to shut Bella down, or are you trying to like get her to do what you want? Like you can spend a string on her and try and tempt her to do what you want, or you can try and shut her down, or you can try and use your dark powers to like cage her or something. That would be a dark roll, right?
Ooh,
You
cage
pick.
me.
I think I'm trying to either get her to do what I want, or I'm trying to like stop her and make her run into a wall and Tom can get some space.
Okay.
So I don't know which one would be more applicable.
Well, the thing is the pulling strings, tempting her to do what you want, like that's just giving her an experience to do what you want, but she has to consider that she's in her darkest self. So if anyone attempts to stand in your way, they must be brought down and made to bleed, right? Also, no. Sorry. Do you care about Tom, Bella?
No, I care about Hannah.
Okay, then you're not out of your darkest self yet. I was gonna say if you wound someone you really care about, then you get out of it. But Tom, you don't really care about.
Oh, fuck.
So anyway, yeah. So with that understanding, if you wanted to just say, I want to tempt you to do what I want, but she has to like understand that she's like in this darkest self. So she might like choose to be like, no, like I crave power and dominance and I don't want your stupid experience point. Or if you wanted to do it by like using your powers over the space, that would be rolling dark and it wouldn't be up to Bella whether or not she chooses to go with you. So
I think I'm going to try use my string on Bella.
okay.
Fuck.
So how does this are you just yelling at her?
Yeah, I'm like begging her to stop chasing Tom and to calm down and to stop wolfing, I guess.
So terrifying wolf creature. You have like maybe you're gnawing at Tom's arm like a chew toy and like doing the thing where you're like
Yeah.
And then you hear behind you, like imagining you being some sort of dog, like you hear behind you the voice of the like one person whose voice you could pick out of a crowd no matter how many people are yelling, and it's telling you like, no, stop, like please don't. Do you choose to listen?
Yes, I can hear that it's Hannah, and I just like in this wolf rage, I'm able to stop it and then realize that I just bit Tom's arm off.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and take that experience point, and Hannah,
I do.
You yes, Bella.
Oh,
she
sweet.
offered you an experience point to do what she wants, and Hannah, you lose one string on Bella. But now you have a big old wolf with its muzzle matted in blood and like the rest of Tom's arm in its mouth.
Okay.
Are you like wagging your tail or?
I'm just like chilling like a dog at this point.
I'm gonna kind of go towards her, like hands up, like very like I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just walking towards you, and then I'm gonna reach out and just kind of like go like between her eyes, just kind of like rub her head.
Okay.
Be like, it's okay.
Aww.
Just calm.
So Tom, are you still running or?
I'm probably on the ground bleeding out and crying.
Okay, Tom's bleeding and crying. You pet Bella, and she, for right now, is taking like a break, a play break. But she's still a terrifying wolf creature. So you have for a moment like a moment of breath where all of the chaos just like calms down a little bit. What do you do?
Wait, me or
anybody? Is anyone taking an action? Or are you just gonna like this is
when can I turn into human again?
You can either turn into a human when you wound someone you really care about, or when the sun rises, whichever happens first.
Fuck, looks like I'm gonna be a wolf for a while.
I'm gonna say that I would I feel pain? I feel like I still wouldn't feel pain, but also I would be not good.
Yeah, it's weird because like you felt what happened, like you felt your like arm, and you can kind of feel the like blood as like your heart is struggling, and you can feel that. You can feel the like sensations, but they're separated from you in so much as like it like you notice it. It's maybe it's painful as like you know what pain feels like, and pain is there, but you're also like half like, huh.
Oh,
like
okay.
there's a separation from it. Like you can look at your arm and be like, oh, that's happening. Imagine being in shock, you know?
Okay, easy. Okay. Hannah.
Yeah.
So this is like a dream, right? Like a dream world where dreams are and dreams.
Oh my god. Yeah. And I just imagine that we're. Can I imagine other people and beings? I guess I can try. I am imagining that there are surgeons here who can sort him out, and we're in a sanitized environment.
So very basically, you're asking for like a doctor or help or something?
Yep.
Okay. So you're like, holy shit, like his arm is missing, like we need some help. And from behind one of the trees steps this like very clean like wearing like a white and gold just like a shift dress that has like it's like put in at the waist. She has her hair is kind of like also white, and she looks sort of like ageless, and she comes out from behind the tree, and she like looks around. She's like, oh, you're in a bit of a pickle, aren't you?
A little bit.
And she like gently like goes to like lift Tom up, and she's like, I'll take care of it, don't you worry.
Okay.
And she comes over to you, Bella, and she goes to grab Tom's arm. Are you gonna let her?
Yeah, I'm over it.
Okay.
Tastes like shit.
So she grabs the rest of Tom's arm, and then she like looks at you, Hannah, and she says, if you'll allow me, I'll be right back. He'll be totally safe with me, I promise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so she like, grabs Tom's arm with one hand and has her like arms over like around your shoulder with another, and she's like, just come this way, you'll be safe.
Okay.
You're gonna go with her, Tom?
I will. Yeah, I think I'm thinking this is a dream, so fuck it. Whatever goes.
Yeah, so she you both step behind the tree, and then you're just in a different room, Tom. It's not like a hospital room that you've seen before. It's like a big 4-poster bed, and the sheets are like white, which you're like, they shouldn't be white. They'll probably get messy, but like when you sit in it, like any blood spatter or dirt that like falls off of you or like your arm, like it does that hydrostatic thing where it just like rolls off of the bed sheets and goes like underneath or onto the floor or somewhere else. And she like sits you in the bed, and she like props a pillow up behind you, and she looks at you and she says, do you want to be awake for this, or
for what?
I'm just going to heal you, but it might be a bit disconcerting.
I've seen a lot today. I think I should probably sleep.
Okay. And then she just like puts her hand like gently over your face, over your eyes, and like you close your eyes, and then you're just unconscious.
Okay.
And Hannah, you like, I don't know if you had these strings on Bella and Tom that were keeping, like, you brought them here. Like you have these like strings where you can still kind of feel where they are, and you feel the string that you had on Tom that brought him here, like it just like goes away.
Bella, can you I don't know how to make you not wolf, but I am very stressed. But I don't feel I don't feel anything breaking. Like I don't feel the promise breaking.
No, he's just not like here anymore.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do. Oh god. Can you unwolf? How do I make you unwolf? Do you need sleep? You need to sleep. You need the dark?
It's like wolf charades.
You need darkness. Sleep. You need to sleep. Well, then you're just gonna have to do. How do I control you? I imagine a really massive dog bed.
Sure. Here's the thing. The way the move works that you have is that you can keep everyone in the fairy realm for a scene or two before you're returned to the mundane world. So maybe you can just like, you can kind of feel like all of this effort that you've been imposing on this realm, it's like slipping from you a little bit.
Oh no.
So you definitely can't just stay here the whole night, right? Like you can feel it kind of slipping away and you're being pulled like back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity, etc.
I think we're gonna be back in the real world very soon. I just need you to know that so that you can start thinking of a plan of what you're gonna do, because I have no clue. And I really hope Tom is there when we get there. And I don't know what to do.
Woof.
So you're trying to explain to this wolf creature that it needs to have a plan, and you see the like forest around you turn into like what looks like a wallpaper forest instead, and then it turns into just the color of the walls that like all of the trees are turning into the color of the walls that Tom's room like was painted, or like whatever wallpaper was on in Tom's room, and you're like, oh God, I'm bringing a wolf into the house that Tom's mother is in. And then before you can like do anything to like prevent that from happening, now you and a massive wolf creature are in Tom's bedroom, and Tom is not in Tom's bedroom. You still feel like that promise that she said to keep him safe hasn't been broken, but he's not here. And now, Bella, you're in this small space that feels very confining and also very easily breakable. And you're still a wolf, and I would remind you that you still want to bring down and make to bleed anyone who stands in your way, and you still crave power and dominance through bloodshed.
I'm still hungry. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
And Hannah's right in front of you. I would say you can resist that. But you're still like you're still a terrifying wolf creature, and you're still in your darkest self. So if you want to resist taking a bite out of your true love, you're gonna have to roll for me.
Okay, what do I roll?
I would roll with cool. You're keeping your cool.
Okay.
Oh, is that your roll that you just did?
8.
Was that was that the one you just did, or was that from before? I don't remember.
This is the first time I've done cold.
Okay.
Today.
So you roll an 8 for keep your cool.
Woo!
And on a 7 to 9, okay. So you can avoid, like, you're in this room. The only other person here is Hannah. You can feel like all of a sudden you were in this space where the trees went on forever and you could run and run and run. And now you're in this space that feels like you're trapped, like you're contained, and you inherently don't want that. And Hannah is like right in front of you, and you can resist hurting her, but you know that if you get away from hurting her, you're going to latch on to the next person or flesh creature that you see. And there's a part of you that is human enough to know that is going to be Edith.
I was memeing about his mom, but it's coming to life.
You can make the choice.
Okay.
You can either...
Can I break out and like kill a random neighbor or something?
No, the choice is either Hannah or Edith. I will tell you here, Edith is a normal human being and Hannah is a supernatural creature.
Yeah, what if I just nibble on Hannah's give her is there a way I could just give her a little cut, like a little paper cut? And then
I just want to clarify, eating Hannah's pussy will not be the answer here either, as well. Just a heads up, okay?
You are disgusting.
Ew.
Look, I haven't got to talk for like half an hour. Ew. It had to come out. Just let me
nasty.
Go back
How
to the
could
mute.
you?
Sorry.
Go kill more people.
It's not a nibble, it's a wolf.
Okay.
But then you will be out
How
of your
mad
darkest
will
self.
Tom be about? Does he like his mom?
He loves his mom.
Like
what are you
a
talking
lot.
about?
She's literally the last parent I have left.
Okay. I have to. I hurt Hannah.
Okay,
I
will
picked
you
Hannah.
roll with volatile?
Oh my god! I hope she forgives me. I really. Fuck.
Okay, so you get a 9. Hannah, I feel like is there a taking harm? When characters get hurt, they take harm. Okay.
I already have harm. I'm so. Tom, I'm so good to you. Don't forget that.
I was gonna say you probably should have bit my mom. You didn't know I loved her.
So Hannah, you see
She'll
the walls
die.
turn back into the walls of Tom's room, and then before you can do anything, a wolf is gonna jump at you. You can attempt to run away or like do something else. I'll give you the chance to do that. So you can make a roll to try and get out of there. But like she effectively came at you. She didn't miss. Like she succeeded. So she is going to come at you. I will give you a chance to do something if you wanted to.
I think the only thing I would do is like try to duck out of the way. Like I wouldn't run out of the room because I don't want his mum to see Bella. So
okay.
I don't know where that falls.
I feel like if you don't want another person to get in the like to see this wolf creature and it's literally lunging at you and you're not like running away from it, you're just gonna take the harm. Like
okay.
I don't think that there's a like I don't want to get hurt, but I also don't want to like let this creature go away from me. Like
that's fine.
It's either run away or not run away, really.
I'm not running away.
You take 2 harm.
Oof. Easy.
As this wolf's jaws Bella lunges at you, and you could tell that there was like she tried her best. She tried really hard not to, but there's this instinctual like predatory nature, and maybe you get your like arm up in the way. Like what part of your body are you defending yourself with?
Yeah, I'm doing like that.
Okay, so like she like noms onto your arms, and you can feel like the crunch of like these are claws that are made to go through like blood and bone. But then Bella, like you have this like delicious human flesh in your mouth, and then you feel the teeth and mouth change. And because you've hurt someone that you care about, you immediately transform back into Bella, except for now you have Hannah's bloody arm in your mouth.
Fuck. Can them fairy bitches fix you? I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Why did you?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to explain it. Like I just felt it like it's a feeling in me that I need to eat something or I need to kill something.
You wanted to kill me?
I crave flesh. Like I crave it. I needed it and I didn't know that was gonna happen and I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to eat Tom. Like even as a wolf, like I wasn't gonna go for you, so I went for him because you know he doesn't matter as much. And I was either gonna eat his mom or hurt you, and I didn't want to eat his mom as much as I'm shitty. I didn't want to take away his last parent. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
It's where's Tom? We need to figure out where Tom is.
So do you want to?
I think I need a doctor also.
Maybe a
I feel slightly faint. I would
like to say that the healing move says if someone is with you tending to your wounds delicately and intimately, perhaps with erotic subtext, you may heal an additional 1 harm. So if there's like a sexy doctor move, then you could heal both of the harm that you've just experienced.
Does Tom have? Can you find like a first aid kit? I need something to stop the bleeding, like now, okay?
Okay.
Towels or something.
Okay. I found a really hard towel in Tom's bedroom. Is that okay? You can crack it in half. I think it'll work. Let's wrap that around there.
So, Bella,
Please don't touch me with that. I don't.
Can we get it clean? This whole place is nasty. This is.
You can take the sheets off his bed. It doesn't matter.
Actually, yeah, we'll take the sheets off his bed. I'm
just
so
like
sorry.
to
I didn't
know-
realize it was a cum rag. I just.
Oh.
I would just like to know
Ew,
if you two are spending an intimate moment alone together while you heal Hannah's wounds.
This is. I'm crying. I'm upset that I hurt Hannah, and I'm very desperately trying to repair what I've damaged.
Okay. So, you want a sex move? Anybody? Sex moves?
I feel like it's more on Bella than it is on me.
No, when you supposed to spend the time together, you do the things. Are you having an intimate moment alone together?
I mean, I would like to have the sex.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
If you're consenting,
I wanted like some warm up. I wanted narration, and now I'm just being asked. And now
I just don't know how.
What if we don't fuck? I just like eat your pussy for like 10 minutes. While I heal your wounds. I don't know. Maybe
I
suck a
permission before we went there. I will give you a romantic subtext.
She's like hurt, and you're going in for a boob.
God damn it.
I'll suck your titties.
Like, oh, Bella's like on the heart. Stop.
Someone's chat said that Bella's gonna lick the wounds better.
It's like snake poison.
I want consent. I will give you a narration. Just give me fucking consent. Is that happening? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So, Bella, you are just turned back into a human. You see that Hannah is hurt in front of you, and you get this like desperate, like, oh my God, what did I do feeling? And so you're talking at her, you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you like just pull the sheets off of Tom's bed, and you're like dabbing at the blood on her arm. And like there's this moment where you're right next to her and you're just apologizing. We're staring at her while staring at her arm, and then you look up into her eyes and you can see that she's not mad at you. Like she's not upset with you. And it's just like maybe you've never really had anyone like this is the weirdest shit you've ever done. Like this is the weirdest shit that you've ever done, and you're so like upset at yourself for hurting this person that you care about. And you look up at her and she's just like, it's okay. And then we are going to enact the sex moves. So what are your two sex moves? Can you tell me?
Me or her?
Both of you. Both of them.
When I lie naked with another, I can ask them for a promise. And if they refuse, I take 2 strings on them.
Okay.
I would never. My sex move is when you have sex with someone, you establish a deep spiritual connection with them. Until either of you breaks that spirit connection by having sex with someone else, add 1 to all rolls made to defend them. You can tell when that connection has been broken. Okay. So I add 1 to all rolls that defend Hannah.
Yes.
Cool.
Hannah, what is the promise that you ask for from Bella?
That she's never gonna hurt me again.
Okay.
Whether that be emotional, whether that be physical, who knows? Only me.
I will.
Do you accept that? Like, we'll have the like smash cut to like you're both like maybe like looking a little bit more flustered, and like Hannah's hair is a little bit of a mess, but we didn't see like anything untoward. And then Hannah, just like go ahead and like do the like everything has already happened. Now you're asking her for a promise. So will you do that in character?
Can you promise me something, Bella?
What?
Please don't ever hurt me again.
I will never hurt you again. In any way. I'm never gonna let something like this happen again. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and make sure that you record that promise, Hannah.
Already written down.
It's the same as any other promise. And also, like Bella, you know that you've made that promise, and you also have the you can any rolls made to defend Hannah, either physically defend or like, you know, like words, using your words to defend her. Get a +1. And I feel like right at the end of this like situation, you both like turn around and Tom is just on his bed. His arm is back and his ribs and pelvis don't look so weird anymore. And he's in like this deep, deep, like undisturbed sleep.
Oh, phew. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm so glad he's not actually hurt.
Yeah, you went a little wild.
Yeah.
I'm also glad he's asleep, and you know.
Thank you for the cow buffet. That was delicious.
Anytime.
Okay, and we're gonna take this moment to just like skip on over to the next day. I don't think that there's probably anything that needs to be done before school. You can all go home or what have you, like as you want. But let's get Harley back in the scenes. So
Get me out of chat making
she needs
gross
to,
jokes.
yeah,
I'm
she
pent
needs to
up.
leave
Help
chat
me.
and just get it
It's
out.
too fun in there. It's a good time. I love chat. Chat, you guys are cool. You guys are right.
Do like just as a thing, do you, Hannah and Bella, do you stay at Tom's house and just like snooze there, or do you go back to somewhere else, or like do you all arrive at school together, like Hannah, Bella, and Tom, or?
I feel like we should. Well, I would probably stay so that I know Tom is okay in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine we all spend the night there.
Okay. So here's what happens. Like Bella's car pulls up to the parking lot, and out of the car gets Bella and Hannah and Tom. And like, just for the sake of wonderful cinematic, like whatever, Harley, you just happen to be like right in the perfect place to see them all get out of the car. And they come around to the same part of the car, and they have their backpacks slung over their backs, and they're like talking together, and you can just see that something has transpired where they're all just closer than they were when you saw them yesterday. Like it wasn't just the ballot breaking situation, because you and Bella were doing something together and Hannah and Tom were doing something together. But like you look at them and it reminds you of what you probably look like when you're all clicked up with Emma and Cordelia and Marissa. They just have the like, we've experienced lots of things together and we're like totally on each other's side. And there's just this like, you still have the jealous tag, is that true?
I have the condition that I'm known as being jealous.
Yeah, well, you feel it right now.
Oh, okay,
right
got
now,
it.
looking at them, you're just like, the fuck, why are they suddenly best friends, especially Tom? Like maybe he's standing like in between Bella and Hannah, probably because like they have the little like post we just did sexy things together like awkwardness. So Tom's like in the middle of them and you're just like, oh, how dare they? So you're seeing this, like, what do you do?
I'm gonna go up to them and I'm just gonna I'm not like ignoring Bella in the same way that like I usually would, where I like will completely just like block her out, whatever. I'm still like, but I'm not addressing Bella. And like to Tom and Hannah, I'm gonna be like, so did the ballot box thing go well, or?
Well,
oh yeah, and Tom's fixed, by the way. Tom's all fixed.
Okay. I can't tell though, right? Because he would look the same as normal to me.
I mean,
because I never hugged him.
No,
or anything,
he looked weird. He looked weird.
Oh, he looked weird. He already looks weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, he looks better. Noted, Gaia. Yeah, how'd the ballot box stuff go?
Well, Tom and I tried our best.
We did. There was a lot of effort put in, and it's probably gonna work.
There was an axe involved, but we just don't need to think about it too hard.
What did you do? Did you make it obvious that we tampered with the box?
Yes.
No. Well, it fell over the table.
Right. So did you pick it up and put it back on the table?
No.
It smashed.
So like that's the box.
Well,
fell.
we smashed it.
Oh my god. They're literally
He tried to unlock it with a
the votes have
hairpin.
been tampered.
He tried to unlock it with a hairpin, and then the thing got stuck in the lock, and then we couldn't get the lock undone. So then we had to use our axe to get the lock off. And then
Okay, well, points for ingenuity, Tom. But if they notice that the ballot, if they notice that the ballots have been messed with, I don't even know what they're going to do. I don't even know how they would do a recount that quickly. Like, you've literally jeopardized Tom's chance at Homecoming King, and I mean, obviously, like your own chance at Homecoming Queen and mine.
They might think that it fell off the table and smashed. I took the lock, so there's not even the lock there for them to see that there was.
They're going to notice that the lock is missing.
I don't think so. They might have thought it scooted under a desk, and they'll go, eh.
Does it really matter?
Yeah.
It's homecoming.
Homecoming's really okay. I know it's just like a big show and everything to you, but it's really important for like your university applications to have.
I think they care more about your grades and your talents than if you're popular in school.
Okay, I've spent hours and hours researching universities because I'm not going to settle like some people. So I know that they do.
I'm going to settle?
Care. No, I'm just saying there are some people who, you know, won't get that many opportunities available to them or might not bother applying to several places.
Okay, yeah, like there's different
Brad?
Brad is obviously going to go to whatever university his parents bribe the dean to take him into. I don't know. I'm just saying I worry about if they notice that it's been tampered with. Like, no one saw us, right? Like, no one saw you?
No one's going to know. No one's going to know.
No one saw it, no.
I'm just checking that no one's... Okay, if no one saw you, then worst case scenario, they realize the ballots have been tampered with and they do a recount or something. And then either way, Emily can't get in her cheating because she won't have time to find another poor, beautiful soul to manipulate like she did Tom. So it's fine. Okay. I hope the rats are all right. And this is to Bella.
Probably. We'll see.
They're not going to, like, kill the rats, are they, if they find them?
No, they get sent back to my mom. It's fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I feel really bad with that blood on my hands. All right. Okay. You guys going to want to walk to homeroom together? And I've never walked to homeroom alone before, and, like, for whatever reason, I've just, like, divvied off from the clique, and they're just not with me right now, and I'm like, I've never walked to homeroom alone before.
Yeah,
sure.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I just like shove my arm into Tom's, like it's like a putting your like arm, like linking arms. And it's linky arms with Tom. And we all walk as a group.
I blush.
Okay, so while you're walking through the hallway, you notice that the door of Emily's locker is like, you know, like half open and dented like it was.
Whoopsies.
And you'll also notice that like there's a are you looking specifically for like, do you pass the office intentionally to see like what's going on with the ballot box at all? Or
if we pass the office, I will like crane my neck pointedly to try and look in.
I'd probably go the way of the office to see.
Okay, so when you go by the office, you'll see that like it's a little like it's like it's like a T intersection. So there's the office is down a little hallway, and then you're in the like longer part of the T, like at the top of the hallway. So the office is like there's a perpendicular hallway, and if you like look over, like you definitely see that like Emily is there and she's arguing with an adult person. Maybe it's like just for shits and giggles, it's Mr. Thorpe. She's like arguing with him, and like you can see her like gesturing, and in her hand like she has like papers, which you might assume are the ballots.
I'm gonna like skid to a start. I'm gonna like have my arms like Raton. I put my hand on his chest, and I'm like, you should go in and you should talk to her and pretend that like you're still her little bitch, you know, just like pretend like she'll tell you anything, right?
I don't really like doing that kind of stuff, but
like do it for me. Like it would really help. It would really help me.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Does anybody else want to go with Tom? I feel like if we get Tom in there to investigate.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to look? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, you two go in, and Tom just pretend that you're still like, you know, doing whatever you want for her. Yeah.
So are the group of you getting close enough so that like Harley, you'd still be able to hear what's happening, but only like
I want me and Bella to like sneak and like loiter outside and just pretend to talk to each other, but like Hannah and Tom go in.
Okay. I want like either Tom or Hannah, whoever is kind of like leading the conversation. I feel like it's got to be Tom because he's doing this for his lover. You need to roll keep your cool.
Does he get a bonus because he's doing it for me? Or
you
no?
get +1 forward because it's for Harley. Yes.
Yeah. Let me cold and +1.
With the +1?
Yeah.
Tom!
Have you managed to somehow get another 5 experience points?
I have, actually. I don't want to say anything.
You fail a lot, don't you?
I do. I used to be getting those perfects, and now I'm getting nada.
Okay, well, go ahead and put it back down to just 1 experience point, and you're gonna have to decide on your other like advance.
I'll take a shot.
But so what are you doing? Are you like walking up and like pretending like what like frame the scene for me? Like Tom and Hannah, you're walking up to Emily and Mr. Thorpe. Emily, who's like arguing and waving around the ballots. Like, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna walk in and be like, "What's wrong? Wait, is there anything I can do to help?"
Okay, and Hannah, are you doing or saying anything?
I think I'm just kind of walking with or like slightly behind Tom, and then once I know what the issue is, then I'll probably speak up.
Okay. So Tom, you like just like walk up and say like, "Is there anything I can help?" And Emily like turns on you, like she like turns on her heel and she like smacks the ballots on your shoulder, and she's like, "Him! I know it was him.
Why?
I told you. I absolutely told you, Mr. Thorpe. Like somebody must have messed with these. I put so much effort into my campaign to be homecoming queen, and not a single person voted for me. And all of these have similar handwriting. I swear. I am telling you, somebody messed with these."
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, what?
Like, don't you? And she like looks at you, Tom, and she's like, again, like waving the ballot. She's like, "Don't you even like? I know, like, not. You just barely got here, and half of the like people at the school voted for you. Like, nobody even knows who you are."
I've been going around taking photos of everybody, and I was doing a little guerrilla marketing campaign because you were like, I should be the king or something.
Oh,
Emily, that's really
Mr.
mean.
Thorpe, I am telling you that this isn't possible, and the votes were tampered with.
Emily, the other day, not even like 3 days ago, you promised me that you wouldn't let anyone interfere with the election. Tom's just a nice guy, and I'm sure Mr. Thorpe understands that.
Bella's just telling me all about all the blonde anime characters that she thinks I'd like. We're just hanging out outside.
You can hear, like, you're close.
Has Emily seen her locker?
I feel like with the lock tampered with and a bunch of rats in a locker, they would have found a way to get out. That's just my experience with rats.
God dang it.
That they wouldn't just stay contained in that space all night long. So that's like, she knows her locker was open. And maybe she does bring that up. But she says, "And my locker was broken into last night. I don't know who or why, but I'm sure it has something to do with these ballots. I'm the person that was supposed to count them. I'm the student body president. And I did count them, and it's absolutely wrong."
Well, as I said, you promised, and I'm sure Mr. Thorpe understands the situation here. Right?
And he turns towards you, Hannah. Are you trying to like get him to
wink,
be on
nudge, Mr. Thorpe? Hey, buddy.
Okay, so are you? You don't have a? Do you have a string on Mr. Thorpe at all?
No.
Are you trying to use his relationship with you to your benefit, though?
Yeah.
I feel like, and you can say yes or no, but you're kind of trying to like he's like into you, and you two are like wrapped up together in this strange thing. Like you have to make a roll.
Okay.
On this, but I feel like it's more on the vein of turn someone on than if you're going towards Mr. Thorpe. I feel like you're rolling with hot. If you're going towards Emily, then you'd be shutting her down, right? And rolling with cold. But you were turning your attentions toward Mr. Thorpe to stick up for
Don't
you.
You
and
have that cool thing as well with turning on?
I feel like that's a roll plus hot.
I do, yeah.
Just letting you know, it's a thought. Just consider.
Okay, well, We're turning him on, I guess.
Okay. Are you giving him a string on you?
Fuck. Yeah, I guess so.
Do it for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. For the group.
Do it for us.
I'm gonna die
No,
next
you're
episode.
fine. You're
This
fine.
man is gonna.
So what exactly do you do? And then make your roll plus hot. And you get a +3 because you gave him a string on you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me what you do and then make your roll.
I'm gonna kind of move towards Emily and Mr. Thorpe and stand on his side. And just kind of, as I'm saying, like, well, Emily, you promised me a few days ago no one would interfere with it. And Tom's a nice guy. And Mr. Thorpe can, and like, as I say his name, I'm like putting my, like, hand on his arm and like kind of squeezing.
Okay.
And just being like, Mr. Thorpe would understand that and understands the situation. Don't you, Mr. Thorpe?
Okay, make your roll. You get the +3.
What? Partial
You
16.
still only got a 9?
Apparently so.
Oh my god. Okay.
Would 6 have been a fail, or is 6 of still also partial succeed?
6 is a fail. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It
Then you
would
saved
have
yourself
been
from
a fail otherwise,
Yeah.
but instead it's just a partial success. So the partial success on turning someone on, okay, they can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions. They give themselves to you, they promise something they think you want, or they get embarrassed and act awkward. So I think that Mr. Thorpe, he turns and he looks at you, and you can see on his face that he knows exactly what you're doing, and he thinks you're doing it in a way that's like, okay, like that's a little inept, but like he's humoring you is the word. Like he sees through you completely, but he's like, all right, I'll play along. And he just like gently like brushes your hand off of his arm and like just very subtly. And then he turns toward Emily and he says, Emily, it's very unlikely that anyone else cares enough about Homecoming Queen to mess with the votes. If you really think that it's been done, then we can absolutely look into it. But seeing as Homecoming is tomorrow night, I really don't think there's any time to correct this right now. And Emily just like looks at him and she looks back at all of you and she's just fuming. Like she's so mad. Like she had planned exactly how this was going to go and it didn't go her way. And maybe she throws a little bit of like a hissy fit. Like she pushes air out her nose, that sort of thing. And then does like the, and then just like turns around and stomps off.
Can I try and trip her as she leaves?
Yeah, sure. Roll with
Oh
volatile?
my
Can
god.
I use my carry forward?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, cool. So just a modifier and I just type in 1, right?
Yes.
I got a partial succeed.
Ooh.
Okay, so on a partial success, let's see. You either you deal them harm, which in this case is the situation happens. Like the harm is more to her like being embarrassed than anything. But she learns something about your true nature. I decide how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self. You get to choose.
I'm gonna say that. Oh god. I'm gonna say that you. So wait, are people seeing me do this? Like, how seen is this?
I mean, this is like before homeroom. The bell hasn't rang. Like people are around. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that she learns something about me then, because I'm really scared if I give you the power, then you'll be like, she smashes her skull and bleeds everywhere, and then I get in huge trouble. So I'm gonna say that she learns something about my true nature.
Okay, so you stick your foot out, and Emily is just like fuming and walking away, and she like rolls straight into the trap you've laid for her, and she like trips up. She doesn't fall flat on her face, but she does like it's very obvious that like in her moment of like feeling like down and like powerless, you've just dropped her another peg. And she looks up at you and she looks at your face and you cannot help yourself. But you like this fucking shit-eating grin like is plastered on your face like, haha, I just got what I wanted and you are worthless. And she sees it and she knows like whatever pretense you put on to everybody to be like, I'm great and I'm popular and I'm awesome, like she can see the malicious intent underneath it.
Okay.
And she just like looks at you and you can see her cheeks pale a little bit, like, holy shit, like this is not just like a teenage drama queen face. And she like picks herself and her stuff back up and like hurries away. The rest of you are just hanging out. Tom and Hannah, you've successfully handled the voting situation.
Well done.
Mostly Hannah, in the way that we just kind of cheesed it in the end.
So, are you just going straight to class, or?
I would like to give Tom a kiss on the cheek when he comes out of the room as a thank you for getting the ballot thing sorted out.
Would that make you go to your darkest self?
Yes, I know that a kiss on the cheek for you, Tom, is basically sex, but
that's
for normal
like fifth
people...
base. Whoa.
Bella?
What's
anyway.
So are you going to say anything to Mr. Thorpe before you just go back to class, or?
Oh. Thank you for helping me out there.
And he looks back at you and he's like,
ew.
How could I resist?
Ew. I swear I'm gonna eat him next.
I like turn to Bella because like I hear it and I turn to Bella and I'm like that.
In-game Hannah, I guess, kind of blushes and leaves. Out-game Hannah is
we all know bad. Teach a student bad, everybody.
Ooh, you know.
And then he says, you should get to class. The bell will be ringing in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See you later.
And then he like turns back into the office to do some, I don't know, teacher shit. And you walk back to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So, Bella, so you just saw the person that you just had like a fucking moment with.
Yeah.
Who you're like totally like
Can't win.
in love with, basically. And she didn't have sex with someone else. You still have a deep spiritual connection with each other, but like also like you saw them touching and he like smirked at her.
And she smiled and blushed.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So Hannah walks back up to the group of you, and the hallways are kind of like there's less and less people because the bell is going to ring in just like a moment's time. Do you say anything to her, or?
I think I just like am really sad and don't say anything, and I think about how I bit her and that I don't even deserve her anyways.
Oh no!
Oh.
Bella!
Oh
no.
I'm having a great time with Tom. I'm telling him what a good job he did. I'm like patting his shoulder and being like, wow, he was so convincing in there. It was amazing.
I got my arm ripped off. I died.
I don't know this. Like, I don't know. You seem fine to me.
Yeah, so like you all go back. If no other discussion is happening, the bell rings. You all like file into class. Are you all still sitting in the same like seat arrangement? Has anyone decided that they want to like move seats at all? Is Hannah still like on the far side of the classroom from Bella? Is Tom still on the far side of the classroom from Harley?
For in-game Hannah, if the seat is free, I know it's going to be free. I'm going to sit where Brad would normally sit, which is still next to Chad, but also next to Bella.
Okay.
When she, I'm gonna notice it and I'm gonna look at her like, that's like kind of weird for you to do, and then I'm gonna look away because like I want to say like, oh, Brad sits there normally, but then I don't want to look like I'm trying to defend Brad, so I just like I like look at her and she sees I see that's like I thought it was weird that she's sitting there.
Okay, Tom, are you still sitting at the back of the classroom, or Harley, are you still sitting at the front? Do either of you?
I still sit at the front. If anyone wants to come sit with me, they can, and I'll like make a person move for them. But like, I'm still sitting where I usually sit.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's moving up front, except, well, Hannah's out of the. I'm probably gonna keep doing the weird thing I did from the beginning of the game, where I sit at the back and I probably just look at Harley's head.
Great.
Okay, so we'll just do like a scrub through like everyone's doing class things. Is there any moment, Tom specifically, or Bella or Hannah, where you choose to reveal like any part of this to Harley? Specifically, I want to ask Tom because you still like, did you ever break your promise to tell Harley everything that happened?
I
Have you
didn't,
written that yet?
and I don't remember if we ever really encapsulated what was asked of me.
Yeah, I thought that was
think
like
would hurt you specifically.
That's what I thought it was. Is to tell me anything that could possibly hinder me in any way.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I don't think I would have broken that promise, and I'm still
I don't
debating
think
whether
so
or not
either.
my character thinks that what happened last night was a dream or not, considering the fact that I just.
I mean, if you had a dream that weird, wouldn't you want to tell it to the person that you loved most in all the world?
Imagine you sitting down like, "Hey, Holly, guess what happened?" And I'm like, "What?"
Organs are good, and my arm fell off, and then it's on again, and.
I just like I'm letting you know, Tom. Like, Harley
Yeah.
is your lover.
Yes.
You are in love with her.
Okay.
You can absolutely choose to keep this from her, but like it's a choice that you're making to keep it from her. Right?
Okay.
You're
If it's
intentionally
if it's
keeping a
pitched as
secret.
that, yeah, no, I think I would go and say, because there'd be no intention behind keeping it hidden. This would be just like a whatever happens kind of. Yesterday was crazy. I think I'd tell her, but I would tell her casually in the
Okay.
kind of sense.
So like, is it like during a class that you sit next to each other in, or is it like at lunch?
We have
It would be
biology
a-
together.
Yeah, it would be biology, I think, because we're
Okay,
not. I don't think
so
we can see each other.
You're
right
in
now.
biology class, and Mr. Bobo or Mr. Bo whatever is at the front of the classroom demonstrating on the board like how it is you're supposed to dissect sheep's brains or whatever larger thing you've got this week, because your biology class is just dissecting progressively larger things.
Yay. Bella loves it.
And you're sitting next to Harley, who is your lab partner, and we get the very like movie thing of like all of the rest of the room is very hushed, but you're still having like a private conversation that no one else can listen to, sort of thing. So go ahead, Tom.
Okay. Hey, Harley.
Yeah, and I'm like very like dedicatedly mapping out my like school work thingy.
So after school that other day, like just yesterday, I wasn't able to get a ride back to class because I missed the bus because of the weird organ bone thing, and I got a ride with Bella and Hannah back to my house, and I don't know what happened because I remember them getting angry at my mom or my mom getting angry at me, and then I went to bed, and now I woke up and I had this crazy dream that I went to a different world, and then Bella turned into a wolf, and then ripped my arm off.
Wait.
And then my arm was put back on.
Tom,
Like up, and now
I put my finger on his mouth. If they were dropping you off at your house, why did they stay there while you went to, like, why were they there long enough to be angry at your mom?
Well, we lied and said we were doing science, but
Why? They just went over to your house, like. You didn't
I think
invite
they just
me?
wanted to meet my mom. I don't know actually why they stuck around.
That's kind of creep. Okay, whatever.
But they wanted to tell me about this weird, crazy world, and I still think that's a dream. But I think it's not a dream because my body's fixed now. But I don't know how much you can fix your body just sleeping.
Have you been to the doctor?
Hannah.
No.
Hannah, you can feel a promise being broken.
Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what did you promise?
You promised you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a dream. Yeah. Fuck. Oh man.
Oh my god. Don't.
No. Canonically, I just broke a promise, and because I think it's a dream. That's in character. I did forget that that would
Okay,
be a
so
thing.
wait, Hannah and Bella told you there was like another world, and then you went to sleep, and you went to that world, and now your body's hit. Like lucid dreaming? They showed you how to lucid dream?
I don't know. I don't think they really did that. I don't know what that is.
Lucid dreaming's when like you have a dream and you can control everything that you're doing in it.
Yeah, but why would I want a dream where Bella rips my fucking arm off?
I don't know what kind of dreams you have. I feel like your brain's very understimulated in that farmhouse, and you must be thinking all sorts of crazy things when you go to bed. I don't know. But I'm glad that you feel better. That's good.
Yeah.
When did Hannah and Bella leave? Did they like sleep over?
I think they just bailed after we like talked with my mom because I went to sleep.
Okay.
Like we hung out and
They were there, Tom. You guys.
Oh,
all
were
went
they-
Drove to school together.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
did
came
we
to
actually?
school together.
I assumed that. Okay, fuck it. That I'm just stupid about. Yeah, no, they were there. They slept over, and we Where would they have slept? Like they would have slept on the floor, right? I don't have furniture. Okay. Yeah, they slept on the floor, and then we just got out and went back to class. Yeah.
I feel like if you're having a sleepover with girls there, I should be invited.
Well, I absolutely invite you next time. It was very impromptu.
Okay. And then maybe I can see like the weird lucid dreaming stuff as well, okay?
Maybe. I don't. You sure?
Yeah, I mean, just try and forget. I have weird dreams too. Like dreaming about Bella ripping your arm off. There might be something you need to resolve with her. Like I know, like Amma dreams about all of her teeth falling out sometimes. Something, and I told her it was like this because she's giving too many blowjobs, and then she was like, "No, I'm not even. I switched to my hands after I got that weird throat infection." And I don't know. Dreams are weird.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
Great.
But thanks for telling me about your dreams. That's really sweet.
You're welcome. Yeah, I thought you want to know because we're kind of thing, and you know I think
Wait,
we
what?
dream. What?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Tom. I will give you an experience point if you, as in character, accidentally said "because I love you."
That's in character. Yeah. Because I love you.
And then you realize like, oh shit, like I didn't.
I'm like as he's talking, I've been like going into like the heart thing, and when he says "love you," I like mess up the cut, and like some blood just like spurts out onto my face very briefly, and I flinch, and I flinch at the same time as him saying "I love you," and I'm like, that's normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay! I think that's what we're ended. I think that's perfect.
Is that what?
I just like when you were mumbling, I was just like, that would be perfect, and I want it to happen. And because I'm the GM, I get to make it happen.
Honestly.
Yay! What an action-packed episode.
What an episode!
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That went way
Jesus.
different than I expected it to, but
Honestly,
I'm super
same.
about it. We will next episode is just we're just gonna like skip fucking everything, and it is homecoming. Because like who wants to do another day at school? If you have anything that you wanted to handle before, but fictionally, I would like to say one of you four invited the rest of you to get ready together for homecoming. Who was it?
Hannah.
It was me.
Can I bring Amma and Cordelia and Marissa if it's you, Hannah?
Ew.
We're obviously all going together, so like they have to be there.
That is
with
my
me.
ex-best friend. Fuck that bitch.
You can be angry about it, but like I'm bringing them wherever we're going.
Can you bring?
For sure, because Chad is your like homecoming king candidate date, whatever.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's coming? Us three, you three.
I'm bringing my clique. with
Another
me.
three.
Yes.
And Chad.
Yes.
My house is not big, but let's do this shindig. Woohoo!
We're just gonna have so much fun playing
As
As
every
long as
character.
one of you host after prom, jeez.
I like the idea of one of the
party's
things.
at the old mill. We all know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang it.
I
I also
always
like the
loved
idea of
doing that.
possibly, if Hannah decides that she doesn't want to do it, the idea of Tom hosting it, because I say we should all, like, I wish I'd throw a nice, like, get ready, and Tom's like, my place! It's
I
like
have
a
a
farmhouse.
great house.
I have
I
a
also
home.
like the idea of
Please.
like Hannah invites Bella and Bella invites somebody else, and then
Yeah.
Harley just decides that she's coming.
Oh.
And,
If Tom's
like,
there, I'm there. So,
you
like, Bella invites Tom as
unexpectedly-
an apology for ripping his arm off, and I'm like, I'm also going, because Tom's invited me, and then my whole clique's coming.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
you just bring your clique without asking. That's totally like I feel like a
That's
thing
a
you
Harley
do.
thing.
I think that's how. Okay, I invite Bella. Bella invites Tom, and then Tom tells Harley. Harley brings it. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
That's
good.
how it works.
But
Candy
that's where
box.
we're gonna start in the next episode. Is everyone's getting ready for homecoming together.
Awesome.
And just so chat knows, we're all gonna be dressed for homecoming.
And the theme is gothic, like.
And you
you'll
should
do
be
horror
dressed up
gothic.
too.
yes, you absolutely should.
You're all invited.
So
Yeah,
if
invited
you
to
want to
homecoming.
dress up super fancy for Baines Falls High homecoming dance, take pictures and like I don't know, hashtag Baines Falls Homecoming or something.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, tag us all on
Absolutely.
Twitter.
Absolutely
see
share it on Twitter. We will all be dressing up. That's next Sunday. Get real hype. Get real excited. Homecoming dresses, tuxes. I don't know what Tom's wearing. But we'll see.
We'll figure it
next
out.
week.
I have a bow tie Tom can wear.
There we go. All
There you
right.
go.
Have a lovely rest of your week, everyone. Take it easy. Be kind to yourselves, and we'll see you then.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Ta-ta.